pay no attention to the infinite void. I've streamed a couple times before. I've done this thing for a bit. All right. So I think I mentioned this on a previous stream, but maybe not in the series. I kind of like the pace. This is more me officially just putting it to words. I kind of like the pace, especially because weekday streams have to be kind of shorter-ish than like weekend ones. Is that obviously this can adjust if timing is different or things end up quicker, slower. But basically, I think targeting the around two chapters on the weekend Saturday night streams, and then one chapter here on these Tuesday streams, again within reason, is the way to go about this. I think that's basically what we've been doing most of the time, but I think it's now me just officially putting it towards. It also makes it, I've talked about it before, but I really like the clean cuts here, between chapters here with Higurashi. And they do a good enough job, generally. I know. How fucking dare I bring reason to the thought process of the streams here? Ugh. No, I say that because I know what's going to end up happening is at some point during the series, there's going to be like a 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 hour like chapter just by itself that's going to just throw what I just said out the window, and I'm not gonna be able to sit down for like 10 hours and read Higurashi at once. I'm just not going to be able to do that, and I totally anticipate something like that happening at some point. Conversely, I don't want to lock ourselves into like a Saturday night stream and get back to back like 2 chapters that wrap up in 30 minutes or something, and then me just be like, well, I already said 2 was gonna be it, so that's it, and then close the stream after like an hour. So it's more just me, hedging, making sure that the moment I have to deviate, I'm not lying. Because if there's one thing I'll never do to you, chat, it's lie to you. Until I have to. And then just know when I do that it was for a good reason. All right? And then when I start gaslighting you, you just have to understand it's coming from a good place. Okay, so we started, what is this chapter called? I haven't said it enough times for me to really. Tataragoroshi, chapter 3. We started this Saturday. We did the first 2 chapters in it. This seems to be a chapter focused around Satoko. Again, Taco Tuesday was the title of the stream is Taco Tuesday. I was trying to be funny. From now on, starting with tomorrow's stream, I will not try to be funny at all in the titles, and you'll just get exactly what I'm doing. Until I inevitably forget that I've made that proclamation, like the moment I close stream tonight. So, this seems to be a chapter focused around Satoko. As we've gotten, the first chapter is kind of iffy because, like, I guess you could make the argument it was focused around Rina, but also it was like very much establishing chapter of all the characters. We had some Rina though was maybe the main focus. We had some freaky Rina moments. Chapter 2, obviously Mion. I assume this is Satoko's turn. Makes me think then, do we get Rika for chapter 4? And then what? What do we do once we start running out of main characters? Blonde-haired lady for chapter 5? Toмотake for 6? Curry fever teacher for 7? And finally, Oishi for 8. That's probably how it's gonna go. So let's see. What do we have to recap? I mean, there's not a ton to recap, I feel like. What happened on Saturday was that we had. I'm entering my mind palace. It was basically the establishment or reestablishment that Satoko is a very sad little girl. Unfortunate circumstances, maybe you could say. She goes on. We get a little more details about, what is it, Satoshi? Her supposed older brother who disappeared after some time. In this reverse thing, I don't know. It seems as if Keshi doesn't actually know the details surrounding him and his disappearance. It's kind of left more open in the air, though we as the reader know some information regarding Satoshi. And then, but yeah, it was basically like through Rika and Satoko, Kechi, our main character, learns, Satoshi, it seems as if he's just under the guise, oh, he just left home, he's just disappeared, he left, and has caused a lot of pain for Satoko. She really liked her brother, apparently. And now she has latched on to Kechi very fast. Partly to his doing. I have like this feeling that like at some point, if things start turning at some point, he's going to be like, damn, I really wish I didn't get this close to Satoko or really try to get her to, I didn't like take the place of Satoshi this quick. I have a feeling like this is building up to like regret, like consequences, like actions and consequences, right? I feel like that's what's going to end up happening. This feels like we're building up to, oh shit, I really shouldn't have really leaned in on that older brother relationship so quick to someone so young who has such a for lack of a better term, fragile mind, maybe. Especially because I think I talked about this on Saturday. I could totally see Kechi doing something that upsets Satoko. And then that flip switching in Satoko's head. And Satoko, I don't know, doing something? Question mark? That's how I'm reading this situation. They are creating this relationship that seems really well and good meaning at the time, but it feels like it's a powder keg that could explode when you're dealing with someone who, at the very least, is young, extremely young, and you also mix the reactant agent of Kechi being a dumbass, generally, as we've seen, makes a lot of mistakes, hurts a lot of people, whether he intends to or not. So it's like a chemical reaction, right? You got a powder keg in Satoko. She's fiery. She's all over the place. You have the dumbass in Kechi. He makes mistakes. He upsets people. And it just feels as if I'm waiting for the moment where they combine Mentos and Coke, basically, reaction, and everything explodes. And that was basically the two chapters, right? We had Satoko cooking with him. We have Rika. Like let's I at the beginning of chapter 3, I pushed up Rika into the top character list. And then I was like, but I don't think Rika, maybe I'm misreading it, but Rika, she's also like, yes, this is good. Yes, this relationship is good. And if it goes bad, do we hold Rika accountable at least somewhat? You know what I mean? So, if something bad happens, do we hold all parties responsible? That's what we have to do. So let's read, like I said, within reason, the next chapter here. We got this nice piano music. Oh, really? Question mark?
I'm gonna
make audio slightly there. Okay. Your parents came home, huh? Oh yeah. Kechi's parents have just been missing. Or not missing. I shouldn't say. They're not like missing. They just left him again. Business trip. As someone who also had my dad growing up was on business trips a lot of the time, constantly for work. So I can relate. Now, my dad, not some weird artist guy and my dad also didn't take me to like a place like Angel Mort. So similar in disappearance, dissimilar in being a shitty parent. Gonna ratchet that just a little more. Okay, they smelled like energy drinks, and their eyes were all bloodshot. They said they had a crazy amount of stuff to do, and we were up to 2 whole nights in a row. And we're up 2 whole nights in a row. Adults have it tough. Your dad is an artist, right? They really do have it rough. Oh, those artists. It's such a difficult life. God, I sound like a hater. Come to think of it, he wasn't he? I would very much like to see what kind of things he draws sometime. Have we seen an example of the dad's art, or even had it mentioned? I mean, they've talked about him being an artist, and some of the things he does, and maybe holds, like, there was, I think, like an exhibition or something, maybe at some point talked about or done. But I don't... Basically, what I'm trying to say is, I'm not convinced he's an actual artist. I think it's a front. I think the dad, with the mom's help, does something else. And I'll leave it at that. An artist, huh? I'd seen a number of watercolor and acrylic paintings on display, but he had to have been doing some other job too. See? This is so sketchy! I'm telling you, the ultimate twist to this game, the story, is gonna be the parents are the main killers or something. They have a hand in everything that's bad that's happening. Oh wait, shit, fuck, wait, I'm trying to scroll here. What is this? Automod did not like the spelling there. Fuck. I'm messing everything up now. Okay, so I was trying to scroll and then I fucked up. So this says, your dad, kind of think of it, an artist, huh? I've seen a number of watercolor and acrylic paint display, but he had just been doing some other job too. Just what did dad do exactly? See, this is so mysterious. This is so mysterious. He didn't let anyone into his workshop after all. The dad's gotta be a killer. The dad's gotta be a killer. I wanted to sneak a peek one day. How are you this much of a kid? How are you this much, of a, this? You're a teenager. He is a teenager. And he has not once seen his dad's art. And I would think if you're a dad, you would want to show that off. You'd be like, hell yeah, son of mine, my only child. Let me show you what dad does. So again, one of two things. A, he's a bum dad, or two, he actually is a killer. And his victims are in his art room. Mion says, so the house was empty for 2 days after all that.
短い攻略期間だったね。
Hugh. That didn't leave much time.
で?
So?
ケイちゃんは異中のキャラを攻略できたのかな?
Kei-chan, did you manage to go after the character who was in your heart?
両親不在はギャルゲー主人公の基本だしね。
The absence of parents is a must-have for Eroji. I don't know. I get what it's trying to say. I don't know how to pronounce that perfectly. Eroji? Eroji? Protagonist?
好感度をいっぱい稼いでちゃんとフラグが立ちましたですよ。
He built up a lot of relationship points and raised all the right flags. I have no idea what any of you are talking about.
じゃあこれでケイチくんももう自炊しなくてもよくなっちゃったんだね。
That means you don't need to cook for yourself anymore, Kishi-kun.
ゆうべは何を作ったのかな?
What did you make last night? In the end, I didn't make a single thing myself.
ゆうべは野菜炒めを。
Last night's dinner, well, it was vegetable stir fry.
おー。
Wow.
ケイちゃんも少しは料理らしいものを作れるようになったじゃない。
Kei-chan, you can make a little bit of real cooking now, huh?
野菜炒めを作ったんだね。
You made vegetable stir fry?
美味しくできたかな?
Did it come out good? Did it?
レナさん、暑苦しいですわよ。
Rina-san, you're being unpleasant.
なんで私にベタベタくっつきますの?
Why are you clinging to me?
美味しいご飯に仲良くお皿を洗いっこなのです。
A delicious meal and friendly dishwashing together.
いいの。
How nice. Hey,
暑苦しいと言ってますのよ。
I said you're being unpleasant.
何の話?
Huh? What are you talking about? Mion, utterly confused, asked me for clarification, but I just barely, albeit transparently, averted my eyes.
そうそう。
Right.
みんなさ、今日の午後に予定はあるかい?
Does anyone have any plans for this afternoon?
ないよね。あるわけないよね。
You don't, do you? Do you? Today was Saturday. Excuse me, the beautiful day on which we're liberated from the confines of school in the afternoon. Actually, the school in Hinamazawa had slightly different Saturdays than those in the city. There were a lot of students here who bought a bento, ate at lunch, and then went to play in the school or around the schoolyard. You could say that the entire school turned into a children's playground. There were mountains behind the school. If you went down that way, you'd find mountain streams. You could avoid the strong sunlight and make conversation in the classroom if you wanted to. Two. You could also play hide and seek in the construction pipes. Don't do that. Dangerous. Of course, you were free to go home as well. There were some kids who went home and helped water the fields or tended to stores. If Mion was bringing up the afternoon like this, then it must have been for some crazy big club event. However, sadly, I had something I needed to do before taking part in whatever it was.
お仕事ですか?
You have work?
ついてないのです。
That's unlucky.
何の仕事でございましょうね?
I wonder what kind of work it is.
お父さんの画家の仕事のお手伝いとか.
Maybe helping his father with his artwork job. No, my dad doesn't let me see anything.
お父さんの絵のモデルになるとか?
Or being a model for his father's art.
モデル?
A model?
ヌード?
What the hell? A nude one? No, don't say that, Rina. Don't do this. How? I looked into Rina's eyes. I saw myself completely naked and in questionable pose with a single rose in my mouth.
ないない
No, no,
それだけは100万積まれても絶対にない
I wouldn't do that for 1,000,000 yen. To get rid of Rina's illusions, I grabbed her head and swung it from side to side. How? Stop! Swing her head violently. Sorry.
愉快な妄想は置いといてだ
Leaving your fanciful delusions aside,
とにかく俺にはちょっとお昼に仕事がある
I have something to do real quick during lunch.
それが終わってからの合流でいいなら OK だぞ
I'm okay to meet up with you after I'm done, though.
お昼に仕事？
Work during lunch?
おー、
I see.
そりゃなんだかかっこよさげじゃない。
That sounds kind of cool, actually.
なになに？
What could it be?
ひょっとして各界の VIP との会食？
Are you having a banquet with VIP experts?
ビジネスランチとか？
Like a business lunch?
実に悲しいことだが正解だ
This is truly sad. But you're right. A what? Everyone shouts wildly, surprised. A what? Oh, shit, we're running. We are booking it. It was true. Today I'd be on the job with my family. For my dad's job, he was having about 10 people from the publishing agency over for a house party, otherwise known as his killing accomplices. I think I'm so funny, dude. He called people from work for a party that day after having stayed up 2 nights in a row. I'm amazed at their vitality. Adults have it pretty rough. Yeah, we do. Of course, it would be incredibly uncomfortable for me. It'd be really tiring to have to force myself to smile at some old dudes I didn't know. But they were my dad's important business connections, so offending them would be bad. Well, with all that said, it was going to get very uncomfortable for me today, starting at lunch.
これは
Well, well,
利発そうなお子さんで
what an intelligent child.
具足の圭一です。
This is my son, Kechi.
圭一、こちらは出版社の本田さんだ。
Kechi, this is Honda-san. He's a publisher.
そしてこちらは印刷会社の井上さん。
And this person here is Inoue-san, who works as a printer.
ご挨拶しなさい。
Say your hellos.
どうもこんにちは
Hello,
息子の圭一です
my name is Kechi.
父がいつもお世話になっております
Ketchup. I appreciate all you've done for my father.
圭一くんもお父さんのように絵は描かれるのですか
Printer son. Kechi-kun, do you draw pictures like your father does?
圭一くんの絵もぜひ拝見したいな
I'd very much like to see them. My dad had such a brazen occupation, that of an artist. Although, I don't really know what kinds of things he creates. I don't really care and don't want to see anyway. Fuck my dad, apparently. Dad's so tight-fisted about it, so he doesn't show them to me very often anyway. The way this is building up, like, even in just this small amount of time, I know I was making jokes about, like, his dad isn't an artist and whatever. I know I'm making jokes about it, but, like, it's being hammered so frequently here in this very short span, where it feels like, I don't know if it would be a big reveal, but it feels like there's got to be some reveal to this, where it's like, he's not an artist, or he's actually really fucking bad at art, like, comically bad, or something. It just feels... the way it keeps getting brought up. I don't know what's going on. So he's so tight-fisted about it, so he doesn't show them to me very often anyway. Or he does, like, weird art. Like, weird avant-garde, like... I don't even know. I don't know. Give me anything. I'm not a kid anymore, so I wouldn't care at all if they were pictures of, oh yeah, of naked ladies or anything.
圭一くんもお父さんに指示してしっかり勉強すればきっとお父さんのような素晴らしい作家になれますからね
If you study under your father as an apprentice, you'd be able to become a great artist like him too.
ここだけの話ですけど
Excuse me, this is just between you and me, but...
親父って そんなにすごい画家なんですか？
My dad, is he really that great of an artist? I readied myself and whispered my question. It might have seemed odd for a son to be asking this, but when I did, he gave me this really strange grin and tightly clamped down onto my shoulders.
ええ
Yes!
それはもう本当に素晴らしい作家さんなんですよ。
He is truly, truly a fantastic artist.
そうですか。
Is that so?
それは良かったです。
I'm glad to hear it.
購入制限はないし、
There are no purchase restrictions.
ファンサービスはするし、
He does fan service,
ファンレターには必ずお返事をくれるし、
and he always answers the letters he gets.
世間のニーズもちゃんと汲み取っていて研究熱心。
He has an inquisitive mind, always on the prowl for what the world needs.
靴下は脱がしたら絶対に NG。
Taking off your socks? Absolutely not.
それはメガネや制服だって同じなんですよ。
And that goes for glasses and school uniforms too.
そこを前原先生はよく理解している。
Mybro Sensei understands those things perfectly.
イベントは参加ごとに必ず壁で大行列だし、
Every event sees him along the wall with a huge lineup.
すみません。
I'm sorry, but
絵ってのは壁に飾るものじゃないんですか？
his pictures, they're not ones you hang on the wall?
そんなことはない。
Not at all!
それは誰もが島中から始めるんです。
In the beginning, everyone starts in the islands,
そして島角、
and then to their corners,
大通りの島角と階段を登って、
and finally climbing up to the corners of the larger paths.
そして至る頂点が壁なんです。
The final destination is the famous wall.
あなたも
You too.
ぜひ前原先生と合体で出展できるような大作家になってくださいね。
Please become a great artist who can display his works in unison with Mybro Sensei.
応援していますよ。
I'll cheer you on! It's fine to have a lot of passion for the things you like, but I didn't get it. But it seemed that the world of art ran pretty deep. It was probably a much deeper world than I could have imagined. I feel like Kechi is going to be leaving this conversation with more questions than answers. I decided to leave it at that. Then I realized my mom was calling me from the other side of the room.
ケイチ、
Kechi,
電話よ。
it's the phone.
お友達から。
It's a friend of yours. A lucky break. Maybe I could get out of this uncomfortable business party by using a friend's phone call as an excuse. I scampered over to the front door and snatched up the receiver my mom had left there.
もしもし、
Hello?
俺。
It's me.
もしもし俺
Hello, me.
なんて挨拶はございませんですわよ、ケイチさん。
That's not how you answer the phone, Kechi-san.
もう少し言葉遣いをお勉強なさいませ。
I implore you, learn how to choose your words more properly. I was of the opinion that the person speaking to me had a far stranger way of talking.
なんだ、サトコじゃねえか。
Oh, it's Satoko.
お前が俺のところに電話してくるなんて珍しいな。
It's unusual for you to call my house.
のんきなことを言ってる場合ではありませんのよ。
This isn't the time for pleasantries.
それよりもケイチさん、あなたいつになったらこっちに来れますの？
Kechi-san, when are you going to be able to come?
悪い。
Sorry.
こっちもなんだか長引いちゃってさ。
It looks like this is going a bit long.
なかなか解放してもらえないんだよ。
I can't get them to let me go.
俺も早く部活に加わりたいんだけどさ。
I want to do things at the club now, but
違いますですわよ、ケイチさん。
that's not it, Kechi-san.
今日は部活ではありませんわ。
It wasn't about the club today.
実践ですのよ。
It's a real battle. Satoko's voice was different than from normal. I could feel the urgency in it drifting through the phone.
実践？
A real battle?
なんだか穏やかな話じゃないな。
That doesn't sound good.
どういう状況なんだ？
What's the situation?
詳しくは会ってからの説明にいたしますわ。
I'll explain the particulars when we meet.
とにかく絶対的な危機なんですの。
Anyway, this is a terrible crisis.
このままでは負けてしまうでございますわ。
At this rate, we're going to lose. Oh no, they're losing the front lines. Hurry, help her. What on earth was going on? Could it have been a fight? I didn't know who they were, but laying a hand on someone from Hinamizawa was an absolutely terrible idea.
おう、
Right.
わかった。
Got it.
すぐに火星に行くぜ。
I'll come and reinforce you right away.
場所はどこだ？
Where are you at?
お 沖宮小学校のグラウンドですわ。
We're on the Okinomiya Elementary School campus.
駅まで来れば看板があるからわかりますですわよ。
There are signs at the station, so you should be able to figure it out.
とにかく大急ぎですの。
Anyway, we're in a huge hurry! The school campus. The situation could have a lot of people involved. Could have turned into an all-out brawl. Who was the enemy here anyway? Oh, I'm on fire.
わかった。
Got it.
すぐ行く。
I'll be there soon.
武器も持って行った方がいいか。
Should I bring a weapon with me? Yeah, bring a gun.
金属バットでも持っていくか。
Like a metal baseball bat or something?
金属バットをお持ちですの？
You have a metal bat?
それは心強いですわよ。
That would be fantastic.
お待ち申し上げておりますですわ。
We'll wait for you here. Call cut off abruptly. I needed to hurry.
おう、ケイイチ。
Sorry, Dad. My friends are apparently in danger. On the verge of death, apparently. Oh, Kechi.
探したんだぞ。
I was looking for you.
こちらの出口さんがな、ぜひ次のコピー紙で。
Taguchi-san here was hoping that, for his next doujinshi.
そんなことより
Now's not the time!
バットないかな。
Don't we have a bat?
金属バット
A metal bat.
なければ長物なら何でもいいや。
If not, then anything long will do.
長ければ何でもいいなら、父さんのゴルフクラブが物置にあるぞ。
If anything long will do, then my golf clubs are in the storage room. It didn't have the same kind of impact, but golf club was a splendid weapon too. It was lighter than a baseball bat, and maybe easier for me to use.
サンキュー。
Thanks.
それ借りるよ。
I'm borrowing one.
俺ちょっと友達のところに行かなきゃならない用事ができちゃったんだ。
I really need to go see my friends or something. It's urgent.
ごめん。
Sorry.
ケイイチ、
What? Kechi?
待ちなさい。
Wait a minute. Too late. You gave him the golf club. I grabbed a golf club, jumped on my bike, and head straight for town. Wait for me, Satoko. I'll be right there. Just hold out until then. I didn't actually know where Okinomiya Elementary was exactly. But Satoko's phone call seemed to demand urgency, so I rushed out without asking her about how to get there. But if I went to the station, there'd be signs. At least, I feel like that's what she said. Then I heard the jingling of a bicycle bell from behind me.
こんにちはなのですよ。
Hello there.
おう、
Hey,
リカちゃんか。
Rika-chan.
ケイイチ、早かったです。いっ
Kichi, you came quickly.
ぱいいっぱい急いだですね。
You put the pedal to the metal. Damn, this isn't the time to be out of breath. I need to hurry.
すまん。
Sorry,
沖宮小学校ってのはどこだ？
where is Okinomiya Elementary?
ご案内しますです。
I'll show you the way.
ついてくるですよ。
Come along with me. Rika-chan rode off on her bike. I followed her.
急に里子に呼び出されたんだが、一体どういうことになってるんだ？
Satoko suddenly called me out here, but what on earth is going on anyway?
はじめはこちらが優勢だったのです。
At first, we had the advantage.
ところが、途中から向こうが助っ人を入れてきたのです。
However, they called in a helper.
ズルなのです。
It's bad manners. A helper? What cowards. Calling for reinforcements the minute they realize they'd lose.
みんなバッタバッタと打ち取られましたのです。
They're taking everyone out one by one.
歯が立たないのですよ。
We can't put a dent in them. Gulp. Sounds like they were pretty strong.
とにかく詳しい話は後だ。
Anyway, I'll ask about it later.
時間がないんだろ
We don't have time, right?
う。急いでくれ。
Please hurry.
お任せなのです。
Leave it to me. Pedal, 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 pedal. With Rika-chan leading the way, we head straight for the elementary school grounds. I asked Rika-chan something during that time. It seemed that all the club members besides me were part of this fight. Damn. So what Mion was trying to tell everyone was that this would happen? If I had known that, I would have just ditched my family job. But it was too late for regrets. According to Rika-chan, we had a one-side advantage at the start, but our angry foes had brought in a powerful ally. Club members put up a resistance and went against them one by one, but apparently they couldn't stand up to them.
部活メンバー総がかりで勝てない？
The combined efforts of the whole club couldn't win?
一体そりゃどんな化け物なんだ？
Just what kind of monster is this guy?
すごいのです。
He's amazing.
敵は正統派なのですよ。
This enemy is orthodox. Orthodox? So they weren't using thuggish brawling tactics, but had actually studied karate or something? Is that what you meant?
もう圭一だけが頼みの綱なのですよ。
Kechi is our last ray of hope now. Okinomiya Elementary came to view. I mean, clearly, this is not going to be an actual fight or something. This is a misunderstanding. He's overestimating what the situation is. It's going to be like a food eating contest or something. And then the other team brought in some dude who just can just chug with the best of them. Okinomiya Elementary came into view. Okay, your many voices raising hell over there. Scream. Mion! Reina! Satoko! I'll be there soon! I'll crush them all at once! Man, he's fucking turning into Super Saiyan just to... all for naught, probably. There were a lot of bicycles left out in front of the school. I left mine there next to them in the same way. I could tell there were a lot of people flooding the campus. Were the two armies in the midst of a huge, no-holds-barred brawl? I took my golf club in hand. Whoosh! I swung it. I felt the sensation of it sticking firmly to my palm. Great. The feedback wasn't bad. I'm gonna go all out with this thing. I dashed at a breakneck speed to the school gates, swinging it around. Come with me, Rika-chan. I'll show you what the mighty, manly warrior, Kechi Maibara, can really do.
わあ、
Wow.
圭一がとても頼もしいのです。
Kechi, you're so reliable.
ゴルフクラブで大暴れなのです。
You're going to rampage with a golf club. Rika-chan applauded me, though a little dryly, lauding my valiance. The manly Kechi Maibara put it behind him and headed for the place where he may die.
でも圭一、
But Kechi,
どうして今日はゴルフクラブなのですか？
why did you bring a golf club today?
仕方ないだろ。
I had no choice.
俺も最初はバットの方がいいと思ったんだが、うちでバットなくってさ。
At first I figured a baseball bat would have been good, but we don't have one at my house.
素手よりははるかにマシだと思って、せめてゴルフクラブを持ってきたんだ。
A golf club is far better than going barehanded, so I brought one.
偉いのですよ。
How very excellent.
圭一をなでなでしてあげますです。
I will give you a very condescending pat on the head.
ゴルフクラブで大暴れが楽しみなのですよ。
I can't wait to see your golf club rampage. Despite the emergency situation, Rika-chan reached up and stroked me on the head.
おい、
Hey,
ふざけてる場合かよ。
this is no time for jokes.
え？
Huh? Crack. Just then, an extremely loud metallic sound rang out. I heard many people cheering. They're really just playing baseball, aren't they? Left!
あー、抜けた。
Ah, we missed.
回れ。
Run!
二塁行けるぞ。二塁。
You can get to second base. Go!
センタ
Center!
ー、落ち着いて。
Calm down.
三塁へ送って。
Send it to third. The center fielder caught the ball, and after a brief pause, sent it flying to third base. If he had pitched it wildly, it might get there. Oh, I really hope this has like the same impact as like the fucking baseball scene in Twilight. You know how that fun that scene is? I'm really hoping this is the same. I need some Muse music to be playing like in the background. He gave up on second and threw it to third with time to spare. The instructions from the bench, they were solid. Wait, what?
あ、圭一くん来てくれたよ。
Oh, Ketchi-kun's here.
さとこちゃん、圭一くん来てくれたよ。
Satoko-chan, Ketchi-kun's here.
遅すぎですわ。
You're late.
油を売るのはガソリンスタンドだけで十分でございますのよ。
Loafing around is only okay when you do it at the bread shop. It's good
そ
fun.
の前原君って子は
Who
本当に
the
助っ人になれるんですか？
fuck is this lad? With the baseball button down #1 shirt? Damn. Apparently important enough to get a sprite going. Alright, Irie. Irie. You're rude. This Mybra-kun kid. Will he really be able to save us?
相手はあの強豪校のエース左腕の亀田くんですよ。
We're up against that elite school's ace. Left arm Kameda-kun. Kameda-kun?
甲子園クラスの投手を打ち崩せるなんて一体どんな助っ人なんです？
Me stumbling my way through Japanese names. Name a more iconic duo. To be able to beat a Koshien class pitcher, he must be a god.
大丈夫です。
It's okay.
ケイチくんならきっと逆転させてくれますよ。
I'm sure that Ketchikan can turn the tables.
本当に頼もしい人なんです。
He's a really dependable person. Murmur. What? He's the pinch hitter we brought in to take out left arm Kameda? With his bullet fastball? The one who had one no-hit, no-run game after another during the regional qualifiers? The undefeated demon pitcher of Oshima? Oshima? The super high school level pitcher? Hey. That had already been marked by professional scouts? He's going to win against him?
あんなヘナチョコピッチャーなんかケイチさんには目じゃないですのよ。
Some greenhorn pitcher like that is no match for Ketchi-san. Okay, Satoko, that's really evil. I don't talk about it a ton, but like something I play occasionally Overwatch with some friends. And one of my friends thinks it's very hilarious for her when a match starts in to like all match chat, like talk me up jokingly, but do it. And then of course like the other team's like, oh okay, we're gonna just go after him. And it just fucks me up all the time, but she thinks it's fucking hilarious. That's basically what it feels like Satoko's doing. She's sabotaging him. She's pumping him up just for him to fail. And this feels really bad. So fuck Satoko here. Some greenhorn pitcher like that is no match for Ketchi-san.
あなたま楽勝でバックスクリーンを越してくださいますわ。
He'll send his throws all the way to the back screen for an easy victory. Murmur, murmur. There was a slugger like that in this prefecture? I had no idea. He must have gone under the radar. Hey, that scout stood up. Hey, take a picture. His full name is Keiji Maibara. Look him up in the database and send his history to her office. Oh god. Oh no.
どれが前原圭一だ?
This is where if you were Kechi here, you have to either pretend like you got injured all of a sudden, like start grabbing the back of your leg and pretend you have like a cramp, or just pretend like you shit your pants or something and start going home, because you are going to get clowned at right now. Which one is Kechi Maibara?
写真写真!
Pictures, pictures! A whole lot of sports journalists, led by Satoko, grip their cameras tightly and search for the rumored Kechi Maibara. As for me, I was so dazed at what was happening, I was frozen in place with my golf club. Oh yeah, it's a golf club. Up in the air.
ケイチさん、ケイチさん、こっちですわよ。
Kechi-san, Kechi-san, over here!
え?
Huh? The camera people stared at me through their viewfinders, and just like I had, they turned to stone. In the hands of their gallant pitch hitter, Kechi Maibara was a golf hitter, or a golf club. I re-looked at the word hitter. A golf club. Nobody could seem to understand why I was holding something like this. And at this point, neither did I. Cheap. Cold, greasy sweat dripped from me. The first one to break the inordinately awkward silence was Rina.
ケイチくん。
Ketchikan?
おう。
Yeah?
一つ聞いてよろしいですの?
May we ask you a question? Please. Please don't. Psychic waves of my entry flowed out of my face along with my sweat. It somehow seemed to reach the two of them. The deathly quiet reporters all parted, as Moses once parted the sea. But Moses probably didn't go through the parted seas this quietly.
野球の試合なら初めからそう言え。
If you were playing baseball, then tell me that from the start! What?
私言いませんでした？
Did I not say that?
第一バット持ってグラウンドに来いって言ったら野球以外に何を思いつくわけですの？
I mean, I told you to come to the campus with a baseball bat. What else could you have thought it was?
というか何をどう間違ったらゴルフクラブを持ってくるって発想になるわけでございますの？
And what manner of thinking caused you to mistakenly bring a golf club here instead?
きっとね。
I think...
暗いムードになったチームを明るくして盛り上げようとしてケイチ君がわざとやってくれたんだと思うな。
Ketchi-kun must have done it on purpose to lighten our moods and get us pumped, I think. Yeah, that's it, Rina.
思うな。
I think... Rina smiled bitterly and covered for me with all her might. Please believe her, everyone. I'm begging you.
ケイチはゴルフが大好きなのですよ。
Ketchi loves golf.
なでなで。
Pet, pet. Rika-chan started patting my head, broad grin on her face all the while. I pushed her hand away, grabbed her from behind by her suspenders, and picked her up like a kitten. Me.
リカちゃん
Rika-chan?
なんでさっき駅で会った時野球だって教えてくれなかったんだよ。
Why didn't you tell me it was a baseball game when we met at the station?
そうすりゃ赤っ端を書かずに済んだのに。
I wouldn't have had to suffer such a disgrace.
ニパ
Yeah, she knew what she was doing. She's great. Nipa. Rika-chan's smile was like the sun, so incredibly innocent. She's glowing. When I saw Rika-chan's radiant smile, couldn't help but feel like I could forgive anything she did. However, if Rika-chan thought I actually would, then she had another thing coming.
というわけでこれはお仕置きだ。
Anyway, this is your punishment.
レナ
Rina?
ミ
Me? Rika-chan still plucked up, still plucked up in my hand. I offered her to Rina. Wait, Rika-chan still plucked up in my hand. I offered her to Rina. Okay. That's right. The kittenified Rika-chan sent Rina's voltage into overcharge. How?
もらったもらった。
I'll take her, I'll take her.
レナがもらったんだよ。
Rina will take her. How?
かわいいよ。
So cute. What a disaster. Hop. Spiny, spinny, spinny, spiny, spiny, spinny, spinny. Rina stuck out her tongue like a chameleon and preyed upon Rika-chan while spinning her around.
リカちゃんかい。
Rika-chan so cute.
リカちゃんかい。
Rika-chan so cute. How? Meep, meep. Meanwhile, the other baseball team is like, can we continue to play? Can we continue the game, guys? Rina held her tight as a vice and began to get her fill of rubbing her cheek into Rika-chan's. Their cheeks rubbed together tightly. Rika-chan's face, it looked like it was being crushed by Rina's.
何があったかは存じませんけど、リカが自業自得のようですわね。
I do not know what has happened, but it looks like Rika has gotten her just desserts.
ああ
Yeah.
俺も最近ようやくリカちゃんがただ可愛いだけじゃないと悟ったぞ。
I recently found out that Rika-chan isn't only cute. How?
ケイチ君に許可をもらったんだよ。
I got Ketchikun's permission.
お持ち帰り。
I'm gonna take you home. Meep. 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 For the moment, I just gave her a 3-minute timeout.
ところでサトコ
By the way, Satoko,
緊急の呼び出しってのは野球ってことなのか？
that urgent call was for a baseball game?
ええ、そうですわ。
Yes, that's correct.
ご家族でホームパーティーだったんですって。
You said you had a house party with your family.
悪いことをしましたわね。
I suppose I was wrong to ask, but
でもこういう時は家族よりも仲間の危機の方が最優先と決まっていますのよ。
at times of trouble like these, you obviously must prioritize friends over family. Oh, some more spirit in those lines. You know, it's midweek. I have to, I have to pace my voice. You know, I can't blow it all out on a Tuesday. You know. Also, less energy to give. You know, again, gotta conserve energy. If you want me to go all out, it's more likely on Saturday streams. I suppose I was wrong to ask you, but at times of trouble like these, you obviously must prioritize friends over family. I felt like that's what I was supposed to be saying, not you. Well, it was just a business party for my dad, I guess. I honestly felt glad to be called out here.
それでその危機的状況というのはどんな具合なんだ？ 6対7ってことは負けてるのがうちのチームってことか。
So, what's the crisis situation like? 6 to 7? Which means our team is losing, huh?
9回の裏で2アウト？
2 outs in the bottom of the 9th?
なんだなんだ？
What the heck?
この試合もうほとんど終わりかけてるじゃないかよ。
This game is almost about to end.
圭一さんがもっと早く来ればもう少し余裕がありましたのよ。
We would have had a little more time if you'd gotten here sooner.
ここまで引き伸ばすのにどれだけ苦労したとお思いですの？
Do you have any idea how difficult it was for us to hold out this long?
わかったよ分かったよ悪かったよ。なんで俺の仕事はなんだ？ピンチヒッターでもやるのか？
Being cheater. I can imagine like this team filled with like Rina and Rika and Satoko like just using like delay tactics to try to like give. Oh, I guess Rika came to meet me halfway or something, but just the other two like trying to do diversion tactics to like slow the game down as much as they could to get Ketchi to come over. Ketchi says, all right, I'm sorry. Okay, so what am I doing? Am I gonna be the pinch hitter?
ならば任せろ。
Just leave it to me.
こう見えても俺引っ越す前は結構バッティングセンターに通ってたんだぞ。
I may not look like it, but I went to the batting cages a lot before I moved here.
親父がうさばらしに行くときよく付き合わされてさ。
My dad went there for fun, and I used to go with him pretty often.
ミートバッティングだったらそこそこの自信が。
I'm pretty confident about hitting messing up a lot of words here. I'm pretty confident about just hitting the bat with the ball, but vroom! A tremendous sound rang out, the likes of which I'd never heard before. The catcher's mitt trembled, sending up a light cloud of dust, telling me the tremendous sound had come from the ball.
ちょっと待ておい。
Hey now, wait a second.
今の凄まじい剛速球は一体なんだ？
What's up with that crazy fastball anyway?
驚いた？
Surprised?
うん。
Yeah,
あれ本物の甲子園ピッチャーなんだよ。
that's a bona fide Koshian level pitcher.
スポーツ新聞でも有名な高校野球のエース。左腕の亀田君って知らない？
Don't you know about left arm Kamita-kun? The high school ace famous in sports magazines?
悪いけど知らん。
Sorry, can't say I do.
で、ミオン。
Wait, Mion?
お前なんだよその格好は。
What happened to you? Mion showed up, and to my surprise she was wrapped up in bandages. Just what on earth happened?
途中から来た圭一君には最初から説明がいるよね。
Well, you came late, so I guess we need to explain from the beginning.
お、なんだリカちゃんはもういいのか？
Oh, Done with Rika-chan? Yep.
可愛いのいっぱい楽しんだよ。
I had a lot of fun, and she's so cute.
ほよほよでやわやわでふにふに。
She's so soft and fluffy and squishy.
ほっぺだけでご飯3杯はいける。
I could just eat her cheeks 3 meals a day.
みー、もうお嫁に行けないのです。
Me, I can't get married anymore. Oh. The fuck? Okay. Ah, I wonder how Rika-chan's cheeks taste if you could eat them 3 times a day. It almost slipped my own delusion switch, but I put a stop to it using logic. I was an adult.
じゃあ説明を頼む。
Okay, explain away.
何をどう間違えたらこんな草野球対決に甲子園ピッチャーのリリーフが登場するんだ。
How did things get screwed up enough that a Koshin relief pitcher ended up in a baseball game for fun? Everyone exchanged glances. Then, Rena spoke for all of them.
最初はね、
At first, well,
普通の野球対決だったの。
it was just a normal baseball game.
ひなみ沢ファイターズと沖宮タイタンズはささやかながらも因縁の対決でさ。
It's nothing much. Just a little grudge match between the Hinamizawa fighters and the Okinomiya Titans.
今回もささやかに大盛り上がりしてたわけ。
God, I love those generic ass team names, fighters and titans. We were just having a grand old time, really. Nothing much.
まあ平たく言えば学校対決ですわね。
Well, in simpler terms, it was an intramural match.
ひなみ沢と沖宮の学校の因縁試合なんですの。
A match to settle the grudge between Hinamizawa and Okinomiya.
因縁って言ってもまあ和気あいあいとしたものなんだけどね。
We say grudge, but it's all pretty peaceful and friendly.
で、それになんでうちの部活メンバーが参加してるんだ。
So, why is our whole club a part of it?
ユニフォームを着てるやつもいれば私服のやつもいるし。
Some of you are wearing uniforms and some aren't.
そもそも俺たちって野球部ってわけじゃないだろ。
Last I checked, we weren't the school baseball team.
つまり、割といい加減なの。
That is, well, it was pretty irresponsible.
今日たまたまチームに欠員が出たって言うんでさ。
They happen to have some players who couldn't make it today.
それじゃあせっかくだからって言って急遽私たちが乱入することになったってわけよ。
They were pretty down in the dumps, so we ended up getting involved post-haste. I see. So if there weren't enough members, anyone could come to the rescue, whether boy or girl and no matter what grade they were in. That jumbled together feeling was the hallmark of our school.
リカちゃんに聞いた話だと最初のうちは押しまくってたらしいじゃないか。
But Rika-chan told me we were crushing them at the beginning.
ミーはすごいバッターなのですよ。
Me is an amazing batter.
右へ左へホームランなのです。
She was hitting home runs left and right. Mion proudly stuck out her chest. Doing so seemed to hurt her somehow, and she groaned pathetically.
ええ、
Yes!
ミオンさんが登場するたびに走者一掃の大ホームランが飛び出すんですの。
Every time Mion-san went up to bat, she hit a home run and brought everyone on the bases in.
サトコと違ってちゃんとバットにボールが当たるのですよ。
Unlike Satoko, she can actually hit the ball.
リカ、
Got her. Rika!
ミ
Meet.
まあなんとなく話は分かった。
Alright, I think I got the gist of it.
あの甲子園ピッチャーが登場するまでは楽勝ムードだったというわけだ。
So you're having a pretty easy time until that Koshian pitcher showed up.
そういうこと。
That's right.
序盤は完全にうちのチームの流れでね。
It was all of us at the beginning.
点にはならないまでもガンガン出塁して攻めまくってたんだけどね。
Maybe we didn't get all that many points, but we were always getting people on the bases.
たまたまね、今日の試合にあの亀田くんが見物に来てたの。
And Kamita-kun just happened to show up to watch the game today. Apparently, Kamita attends a fairly well-known school in our prefecture that frequently sent people to Koshian. This man, known as the ace of their baseball team, Kamita, seemed to be quite skilled. Now that I thought about it, it was certainly strange to see cameramen with journalists' armbands here to watch a casual baseball game out in the sticks like this.
亀田は小さい頃沖宮タイタンズにいたことがあるのだそうです。
I heard that when Kamita was little, he was on the Okinomiya Titans.
話は見えてきたでしょ。
You figured it out, right?
昔のチームが劣勢になって、つまりそれで飛び入りでリリーフ登板することになって。
His old team was losing, so that's why I jumped in as a relief pitcher took the mound.
もうバッタバッタよ。
Now it's just terrible.
出塁は愚か、ファールも打てないありさまなわけ。
We can't even hit any foul balls, much less get anyone on base.
でも
But still,
甲子園ピッチャーの乱入なんて草野球の試合でずるいですわよ。
Akoshian pitcher barbing it. It's unfair. We're just playing for fun. All the boys wearing the Hinamizawa Fighters uniform were hanging their heads in disappointment. I knew almost all of their faces. Isn't everyone here a classmate? Oh, I see. We're the only school in Hinamizawa after all.
お、富田君に岡村君じゃないか。
Oh, it's Tomita-kun and Akamura-kun.
君たちも野球チームだったのか。
You're on the baseball team too?
前原さん
Myra-san. His uniform was brand new and not very dirty, fresh off the presses. I could see handmade banners with their names written on them in his grandstands. I see. Their families came to root for them in their debut game today. Oh boy.
岡村のバットは今日のためにお父さんがプレゼントしてくれたそうなのですよ。
Akamura said he just got his bat today as a present from his dad. The brand new bat sparkled. With that kind of present, a man just has to perform well.
いっぱい今日のために素振りとかしてきましたのよ。
He practiced swinging a whole lot just for today.
富田さんなんかやりすぎて手の皮が抜けちゃってほら気の毒に。
Tomita-san, well, he went too far, and he tore the skin off his hand, see? Unfortunately, his torn hand looked like it hurt, but from that injury, you could sense his backbone. I get it, guys. You wanted to make your big moment a good one. Vroom! The savior of the Okinomiya Titans. You could hear the sounds of this Kamita-kun's tremendous fastball practice. This was no joke. I mean, obviously I mean, they painted it already like this, but fucking this like, basically almost professional baseball pitcher guy coming in and just kind of ruining the fun is in the wrong. Fuck this guy. I say you play dirty. Take the golf club, whack his shins a couple times. Hard. See how good he's pitching after that. This was no joke. He was definitely on a level far above high school kids. But at his level, he clearly shouldn't have been interrupting a grass lot game. RL game. Grudge match, though it may have been. He should have understood how much better he was too. See, exactly what I was saying.
あいつ、
This guy.
こいつら相手にも本気で投げやがったのか。
Was he being serious against opponents like these?
うん。
Yep.
レナはこんなの大人げないと思う。
Rina thinks it's immature. Rina's eyes grew harsh. It took a lot to get Rina mad. As for Tomita-kun and Akamura-kun, they were sniffling, fighting back tears. We heard another tremendous noise from the mitt. I turned around, and this left arm Tomita-kun guy was looking at us and grinning boldly.
というわけよ。
Anyway, that's how it is.
こうなったらやるしかないでしょ。
Now that it's come to this, we have no choice.
実戦態勢で。
We have to engage in real battle.
あ、
Yeah,
どうやら本気で行くしかないな。
looks like we have to get serious.
でね、
Yep, and then
本気で言ってみたの。
we tried getting serious.
それでみーちゃんが大自爆して。
But then Mi-chan went out with a bang. Also, I hate to sound like this, but I mean, they could also just willingly lose. I mean, I get it, they want to win and stuff, probably, and it goes against the ethos of their club. But A, this isn't like a official club activity. This is some other thing. Just admit defeat. It's fine. Pick your battles. They have a cheat on their team. Just yell at him and then just say we're done. Take your ball and go home. Mion, embarrassed, scratched her head. then a moment later doubled over in pain.
自爆って一体何をどう自爆したらこんなに大怪我できるんだ？
Went out with a bang, but how on earth did she end up getting injured like this?
説明するととてつもなく長いですわね。
It would take a really long time to explain.
一つ言えるのはここまでして戦果なしということぐらいですわね。
The one thing I can say is that she came up empty even though she pushed herself that hard. I think it's supposed to kind of be a joke of how did she end up so hurt, but like this reminds me, I did little league baseball for some time when I was young, and I was famous or infamous depending on how you look at it for constantly getting hit by pitches. I would step up to the plate, and my body was like a magnet for baseballs. I would get hit like on official game days, like at least once a night or a day. Like I was constantly getting pegged by balls, and you know, in baseball you get to just take a free base. But like I swear, my coaches would talk about it, my teammates would always talk about it, my dad who showed up to the games would always talk about it. I was just, for some reason, I was just known. I would stand up there, and then I'd get just baseballs, like, and still like, and this was, I mean, obviously it was little league stuff, but like it was still kids that could throw a ball really fast. And then I remember like coming home and just being like, I would take off like my baseball jersey, and like you could see like the imprint of like baseballs in my back, because like I just got this reflex where it's like I would just like turn my back because I don't want to get hit in the front, so you're just like back, and my back was just taking baseballs constantly. And to this day, I need to ask my dad, now that I'm like several years obviously removed from that, I need to ask my dad if it was just extreme coincidence or if I was like actually like crowding the plate. Like, was I like all over the plate, or was I just so unlucky that I was constantly getting hit by balls whenever I stood up? And it happened so frequently. After it happened the first few times, I was like, oh, I think it got into like the enemy team's heads. I think word got around. Oh, this is the kid that just gets pegged by baseballs frequently. And I think it was like a self-fulfilling prophecy at that point. Here, give me like a sec. I can get a baseball card really quick. Okay, I had to like run to get it. I had to run to go find it, a thing. Okay, let me see if I can get this out of here. Okay, oh, I'm gonna have to put myself on camera really quick. How do I want to do it? I don't want to just do big ass thing. Oh, I can do secondary screening camera. Okay, let me see if I can hold this up. There we go, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. There's young me getting hit with baseballs. You gonna see my stats on the back? I'm trying not to like massively dox myself, even though it's not that like. Look at that. Garland? Oh, don't call that number. Don't call that number. I don't know what that is. Wait, are you calling me ball-shaped? That's rude. Look at that. Look at that kid. This kid did not know he would be reading Umineko and Higurashi on stream many, many years later. Look at that pose, dude. Look at that pose. Look at that pose, dude. That kid was getting hit by baseballs constantly. Don't call that number. I don't know what's gonna happen. What is that number to? It's a photograph company. It's a something company. At least it's an old number. I don't know if I should take offense to being called ball-shaped. I mean, I was a pretty pudgy kid, I gotta be honest. So I mean, I'm not disagreeing necessarily. It's just, but I will always look for an opportunity, an excuse to show off that card. I didn't think about that though. But yeah, that was me playing baseball. Now, that kid right there, how old was I in that picture? I was 8. So like, I could probably fuck up this super high school level picture, probably. Oh, I know you mean something different, but also I did definitely get hit in the head at least once with a baseball. I'm gonna attribute, that's why I have such bad memory these days, I'm pretty sure. Head trauma. But it's fine. It was fun. We were the best team ever. Not necessarily, I won't even claim it was my doing. I was on a stacked team. I was on a stacked team. We went undefeated the whole season. It was so good. Alright, let's continue reading then. Just a little diversion there. Mion says,
ここまで体を張ったのに1点も入れられないなんて
I risked my life, and I couldn't even get 1 point.
せっかくの秘策も台無しでかわいそうなのです
Our secret plan did nothing, and now we're very sad. I couldn't even imagine what sort of secret plan it was, but it must have been crazy enough to get her that badly hurt.
でもまあ
Still though,
失敗したおかげでまだ野球でいられるんだろ
we're still playing baseball thanks to you failing, right?
うん
Yep.
ちょっとみーちゃんの奥の手は野球らしくなかったと思うかな
Maybe Mi-chan's last resort wasn't very baseball-like, I think.
かな
I think.
こうなっては仕方ないでございましょう
We have no other recourse now, do we?
ここは正々堂々野球らしく決着をつけるしかないということですわ
It means that we need to settle the score front and center, in a manner befitting a baseball game.
そうそう
That's right. I don't want to spoil potential future streams here for this Higurashi series I'm doing. And I don't even want to say like spoil necessarily because I have to work on things to see if I can do it. But I think I've even talked about this before. I've seen maybe unofficial, maybe fan game like basketball, I believe Higurashi basketball game. That if I can get my hands on, I would love to check out once all said and done. I was tipped off on that, but it's weird now to have them talking about like baseball. We're having this baseball section when I want to see the basketball section. I want to see them playing basketball. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's fan made. I was tipped off. I was shown that that was last year, middle of last year when I was still doing Umineko, but we'll see. I have to do some work on that. But Mion says that's right. Every time I start doing research on it, I get distracted, so I haven't put like a ton of honest research, but we'll see. Mion says that's right.
野球らしく蹴りをつけないとね
You have to settle it like baseball. I think normal people would have given up and gone for a frontal attack. But as a member of our club, I wasn't able to accept that so easily.
野球らしくってのが引っかかるぞ
Like baseball? I don't know.
野球らしく見えれば手段は問わない
If we look at it like a baseball game, then
ってことだろ
we can't be picky, can we?
うん私たちの部の信条だしね
It is our club's creed after all.
そういうことですわね
That's correct.
手段を選ばないことこそ我が部の美徳でございましたよ
We can't be picky. That's the virtue of our club. Ho, 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 ho. Rina and Satoko laughed to each other delightfully. It wasn't really a virtue we could brag about, but the best thing about our club was that we never rolled over and gave up.
でもカメラがずらーりといるからなかなかズルはできないのです。
But the cameras are all watching very closely, so it'll be hard to cheat. Rika-chan spread her arms wide, indicating the array of reporters in the bleachers. She was right. With all those cameramen watching us through those cameras with giant telephoto lenses, foul play would be fairly tough.
そうそう。
That's right.
それがネックだったんだよ。
That's the bottleneck.
これだけの囚人監視があると、なかなか大胆な手が取れないし。
Everyone's eyes are on us. We can't be too bold.
いてててててて。
Ow, 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 ow.
みーちゃんの手は決しておしとやかだとは思わなかったけどな。
I never did think Mi-chan's ways were very ladylike, though. Satoko and Rika-chan both nodded behind Rina.
じゃあここで本題に戻るぞ。
Then, let's just get down to business.
今我がチームは1点差で負けてるんだよな。
Our team is down 1 run right now.
しかももう9回の裏でアウトも2個取られちゃってるもん。
Plus, it's the bottom of the 9th, and we already have 2 outs.
おじさんの作戦がうまくいってれば、今頃は満塁のはずなんだけどな。
If this old man's plan had gone better, we'd have our bases loaded right about now.
失敗した作戦を嘆いても始まりませんですのよ。
There's no point lamenting a failed plan.
へこたれず次の手を打ってこそ我が部でございましたよ。
Our club never loses heart and always goes on to the next one. Satoko said eagerly, trying to cheer up the downcast Mion, whose secret plan had failed. It may have failed, but Satoko still seemed to have another...
サトコがなかなか威勢がいいじゃないか。
Satoko, you seem pretty cheerful.
ってことは何か奥の手があるってことか。
Which means you've got something up your sleeve, eh?
ケイチ君、
Kechi-kun,
この子を誰だと思ってるのかな。
who do you think she is?
さとこちゃんだよ。
It's Satoko-chan, you know?
北条さとこちゃん。
Satoko Hojo-chan. I was right. We called her Trap Master Satoko, didn't we? She would ensnare her opponents at the perfect opportunity, the very end. Everyone in our club knew that we could never, ever let her guards down against Satoko.
私が仕込んだとはいえ、末恐ろしく成長してくれたもんだよ。
I may have taught her, but she's grown a lot, doesn't seem to want to stop.
僅差を制することに関しては、私でも舌を巻く時があるね。
Sometimes even I'm astonished at how she overcomes such slim margins.
ちなみに次の打者がミーでその次の打者がさとこなのです。
By the way, me bats next, then Satoko. We were losing by 1 point, so if we could get the next runner on a base, then the runner after that could hit a big one and end the match. And that final batter was Satoko?
ね
See?
勝てそうな気がしてきたでしょ。
You feel like we can win now, right?
どういう仕掛けか想像もつかんが、絶対何かの罠だと断言できる。
I can't imagine what she's got set up, but it's gotta be some kind of trap for sure.
俺が敵のピッチャーなら絶対に敬遠だ。
If I were the opposing pitcher, I'd definitely walk her. There was no way Satoko was going to hit a home run, even in my dreams. But if she was going to stand in the batter's box normally, without any kind of plan, can't think of anything else she could do.
そのサトコが俺を呼び出したということは。
And the fact that you called me here?
なるほど。
I see.
読めてきたぜ。
I think I know where this is going. It meant that I was a necessary piece, Satoko's trap.
ワクワクするね。
I'm excited.
さとこちゃんどんなことをするのかな。
I wonder what Satoko will do.
僕もさとこのさよならホームランが楽しみなのです。
I can't wait to see Satoko's walk-off home run either.
そのためには、ケイちゃんの働きが欠かせない。
Ki-chan is indispensable for this.
わかるね。
Understand?
これが逆転の最後のチャンス。
This is our last chance at creating an upset.
絶対に失敗できない。
We absolutely cannot fail.
おう、
Right.
分かってるぜそんなこと。
That much I know for sure.
見てろ。
Just watch.
俺とサトコででっかい大逆転を拝ませてやるぜ。
Satsuko and I will give you all front row seats to the greatest turnaround victory of all time.
ではケイチさん、これから手順を説明しますわ。
Then I'll explain your instructions, Kechi-san.
ちょっとお耳を拝借しましたよ。
Lend me your ear for a moment. Satsuko and I huddled up in a hidden place, held a briefing that anyone watching could tell was suspicious.
前原さんと北条は何を話してるんだろう。
I wonder what Myra-san and Hojo are talking about.
委員長みたいにとんでもない奥の手で自爆しないことを祈るよ。
I pray it's not some crazy trick like the one the president used. Our teammates, Tomita-kun and Akamura-kun, seemed very nervous. Rina gave them a wide smile, trying to dispel their anxiety.
大丈夫だよみんな。
It'll be okay, everyone.
さとこちゃんとケイチくんならきっとやり遂げてくれるから。
Satoko-chan and Kechi-kun will be able to pull this off for us.
でも龍吾さん、相手は甲子園級のピッチャーなんですよ。
But, Ryugu-san, we're up against a Koshien pitcher.
いくら北条が得意の罠にはめようとしても。
I don't know if Satoko's traps will be much good.
まあみんな黙って見てなって。
Now everyone, be silent and watch.
面白いゲームが見られるからね。
You're gonna get to see an interesting game. Mion, who knew everything about to transpire, looked like she was having a hard time stifling the laughter bubbling up within her. She was so terrifying as an enemy, but so reliable as an ally. Mion waved her hands at the umpire.
代打が出ます。
We got a pinch hitter!
私、園崎美音に代わって前原圭一で。
I, Mion Sonosaki, am switching out with Kechi Maibara.
本当に彼で大丈夫なんですか？
Are you sure he'll be alright? The umpire turned an uneasy gaze on the pinch hitter who had jumped in with a golf club. Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo.
ケイチくんは甘く見ない方がいいですよ。
Don't underestimate Kechi-kun now. The members of her club were the only ones grinning with wholehearted confidence. Alright, baseball plan. Baseball action. What the hell could they be planning? Satoko's plan was definitely simple, but scrupulous. It even looked like the entire situation had gone according to her calculations. The fact that we were losing by 1 point, the fact that I had come late, the fact that Satoko was the last batter, it even felt kind of like this had been set up before the game started. There had been a long time out since I got here, and during that time the opposing pitcher, Kamita-kun, took a bathroom break. Even that felt calculated. No, this is Satoko we're talking about, so maybe she gave him a laxative somehow, calculated to get him to use the bathroom at this exact moment. And while he was a long way off, shut up in the bathroom, our plan would begin. The opposing pitcher, Kamita-kun, there he was. In front of the urinal, pleasantly taking care of business. He thought it was only natural he would win at a grass-locked game like this, and relax enough to relieve himself without a care in the world. Maybe that's how he wanted to appear. However, his relaxed state was itself our chance. Right now, you've already conceded to our club. I, too, casually walked into the bathroom. What are we gonna do? Cut his pee-pee off? There were 3 urinals. Kamita-kun was doing his business at the farthest one. I went to the one next to him. Normally, you would leave one urinal open. Umineko seemed to notice me. I'd stood right next to him after all.
なんだ、誰かと思えば大ピンチヒッター様じゃないか。
What? Look who it is, the big pinch hitter. This guy sounds really old. He recalled seeing me swing the golf club around like an idiot. He couldn't seem to resist the urge to laugh. I, however, wasn't frustrated in the slightest. The match had already been won the moment I arrived. The game had been decided as a big upset for our team. So now, all I had to do was push things along exactly how Satoko planned. Hew, hew, hew. I'm the one who should be laughing. Time to give him a swirly or something.
ケイチくん、う くやれるかな。
I wonder if Ketchikun can do it.
大丈夫でしたよ。
He will be fine.
本気の圭一さんならこんなの朝飯前ですわ。
When Kechi-san is serious, he can do this much before breakfast. Tomita-kun and Akamura-kun, our underclassmen, asked another question with much trepidation.
本当に前原さんはあのピッチャーを攻略できるんですか？
Is Maibara-san really going to be able to beat that pitcher?
あんたたちケイちゃんと同じクラスで生活してて何にも感じないわけ？
You don't feel any confidence in Ki-chan after being in the same class with him?
彼はね、ゆくゆくはあの力で世界を制するかもしれない。
Someday, he could be strong enough to control all of humanity. Okay, it's quite the dramatization there.
ケイちゃんと組めば世界制覇は容易だな。
Join Ki-chan. You could easily rule the world.
世界
The world? Our teammates exchanged glances. Did Maibara Senpai really have such incredible strength? Just what kind of strength could that be? My question caused Kamita-kun to stare in bewilderment, and for a moment, he didn't know what to say.
悪い。
Sorry,
ちょっとよく聞こえなかった。
I don't think I heard you right.
もう一度言ってくれるか？
Could you say that again? I smiled thinly, looked straight ahead, and said it once more clearly.
もう一度だけ言う。
I'll say it one more time.
俺たちを勝たせろ。
Let us win. Right to the point. No threats, or beating around the bush, or anything. Kamita's brain couldn't figure out the meaning of what I'd said, and I could clearly tell he was confused.
バカも休み休み。
What are you, some kind of moron?
俺たちを勝たせるだ。
Let you win?
お前正気か？
Are you insane?
俺からの要求は伝えた。
I've relayed our demands.
返事はどっちだ？
What's your reply?
イエスか
Yes
ノーか？
or no?
そんなの迷うまでもない。
It goes without saying.
誰がお前らを勝たせるもんか？
Like hell I'll let you win.
お前の頭は少し変じゃないのか？
Is your brain broken? Kamita didn't hide his bewilderment. He didn't want to be around someone who would babble on like this for another second. Those thoughts spilled into his expression, and he quickly moved to leave the bathroom.
亀田君、
Kamita-kun,
君にとって勝利は何だ？
what does victory mean for you?
決まってる。
That's a dumb question.
尊く絶対的で至上目的だ。
Priceless. Absolute supremacy.
それは他の何にも変えられない。
Nothing else can change it. He grinned lightly as he answered, as if to make fun of me.
スポーツマンらしい返事だな。
How like a sportsman to say that?
勝利こそ絶対。
Victory.
何にも変えられないってわけだ。
Victory decides all. No one can change that.
そんなのは当たり前だろ。
Of course not.
どんな脅しにも買収にも勝利を放棄させるような対価は存在しない。
No matter what kind of threats or bribes you can come to me with, there's nothing valuable enough to make me abandon victory. I was waiting for those words. After spinning around 3.5 times, pointed right at Kamita's face.
ならば聞くべきじゃないのか？
Then don't you think you should ask?
それほど尊い勝利を放棄させるに値する。
Something worth abandoning your precious victory for.
どんな対価が提供されるのかを。
What kind of compensation you could be given?
何よバカなこと。
That time to bribe for victory. What are you saying, stupid?
そんなもの存在するわけがない。
There's nothing that could make me do that. He was denying it, but he stopped. He was waiting. He was waiting for me to present some attractive conditions.
君は雑誌のインタビューに好物は焼肉で嫌いなものは甘いものだと答えたらしいが。
In a magazine interview, you said your favorite foods are grilled meat, and that you don't like sweets.
それは嘘じゃないのかい？
But you lied about that, didn't you?
何？
What?
例えば君が焼肉食い放題に行ったとする。 君が皿に持ってくるのは一体なんだ？ロースか？カルビか？牛タンの山か？
For example, say you went to a grilled meat buffet. What exactly would be on your plate? Pork loin? Korean barbecue? A pile of beef tongue?
違うよな。
That wouldn't be it.
君が持ってくるのは肉じゃない。
You wouldn't bring meat with you.
食い放題のプリンやゼリーやケーキなのだ。
It would be all the pudding and gelatin and cake you could eat.
女の子が喜びそうな、綺麗で可愛らしくて愛くるしい。
The kinds a girl would love. Pretty, cute, and sweet.
そんな洋菓子が大好きなんだよな。
You love Western treats like that, don't you? Kamida's face turned utterly pale. Our club already knew that he ate a mountain of desserts when he went to the grilled meat buffet, and we were all well aware of his embarrassment as weakness for sweets despite his age. Kamida-kun couldn't possibly have known that the particular grilled meat buffet chain in Shishibone was owned by a member of the Sonozaki family. I'll have to be careful when I go out to eat with my parents from now on.
違う
No!
俺が好きなのは豪快な骨付きの
I love the hearty bone-in.
違う。
No.
お前が好きなのは色とりどりのクリームで優しく可愛らしく盛り付けられたデザートなのだ。
What you like is gentle, soft, cute piles of desserts topped with colorful creams.
まるでフリルやリボンで飾り付けられた無垢な汚れを知らぬ少女を連想させる、そんな透き通った少女のような可愛いデザートを。
It almost makes you think of a girl, adorned in frills and ribbons, pure, ignorant of shame. Cute desserts, like those girls, so clear and clean. It's taking a weird turn, maybe?
ニキビだらけの欲望丸出しのスポーツ狩りが怪我するようにバリバリとむしゃむしゃと。
And with your acne-laden face, your sports cut, and your lust in full display, you sully them. Crunch, crunch, munch, munch.
言うな
Wah. Shut up.
そうだ。
That's right.
お前はデザートを食べてめでているんじゃない。
You eat desserts, but you don't love them.
怪我し、
You just dirty them,
蹂躙し、
violate them,
しゃぶり尽くしているだけ。
and chew them.
お前はデザートを怪我して楽しんでいるだけなんだ。
All you do is relish in the enjoyment of soiling them. This is already an absurd moment, but just to think that in the context of them, they're both yelling at each other in a bathroom. If there was like any random passerby about to like approach and about to like walk into the bathroom and they start hearing two boys yelling at each other, they just turn around and it's like, I'm not dealing with whatever's happening in there. I'm out of here. I'm not dealing with this.
もうダメだ
Please, no more.
知られてしまった
My secret.
俺の密かな楽しみが知られてしまった
My secret pleasure has been found out.
もう生きていけない
I can't go on living.
死ぬしか死ぬしか
I have to. I have to die.
バカ野郎、命を粗末にするな。
You idiot. Don't end your life so easily. Kerslam. I hit him on the side of his head as hard as I could. Kamida-kun fell down like a girl. Okay. It's not very progressive of you. His eyes started watering, and he broke down.
こんな変なことを考えてデザートを食べているのはきっと世界で俺だけだ
I'm probably the only one in the world who thinks those things while eating desserts.
俺は爽やかなスポーツマンのふりをした隠れスケベなんだ
I'm nothing but a pervert pretending to be a proper sportsman.
そうだ。
That's right.
お前はスケベだ。
You're a pervert. Shui. This time I didn't hit him. Instead, I clapped my hands down onto his shoulders.
What? わめくなカメだ。
Do not cry, Kameda.
男がスケベで何が悪い。
What's wrong with a man being a pervert? Well, Kechi, I could probably tell you quite a few things. Generally, the word pervert does not have a positive connotation to it. I'll give you that. Dun dun.
男はすべからくスケベだ。だがそれを認めるか否かで男の器は天と地の差を持つのだ。
A man ought to be a pervert, but admitting it sets a man apart from those below him.
お前は自分に素直だった。
You've been honest to yourself.
それを自慢していい。
You can brag about that.
威張っていい。
You can be arrogant about it.
自分を誇りに思え。
You can be proud of yourself. Instead of blaming him, I told him to have pride in himself. And Kameda-kun couldn't hide his confusion.
そうだ。そして俺はお前に感銘を受けたのだ。デザートはただ単に食後に食べる甘いもの。今までずっとそう思ってた。それは間違ってた。
Yes, I've been deeply moved by what you've shown me. Desserts are nothing but sweet foods eaten after meals. That's what I thought this whole time, but I was mistaken.
お前がそれを教えてくれたんだ。
And you showed me that.
お前に出会ったおかげで俺は
Thanks to you, I can.
明日から同じデザートを一味も二味も違った味わい方ができるようになるだろう。
Starting tomorrow, I'll be able to enjoy my desserts in a completely different way.
例えば
For example,
いちごのショートケーキ。
strawberry shortcake. Strawberry shortcake. Gulp. Kameda's throat cried out.
いちごのショートケーキの地味さはそうだ。どこか古風なロックメーカー華やかなりし頃の正統派のメイドを思わせる。
Simplicity of strawberry shortcake. Indeed, somehow old-fashioned, like the orthodox maids from the gaudy times of the late 1800s. Now, I want to... If this was all Satoko's plan, right? There's no way that she, like, fed him all of these lines, and he memorized them all, and then went in on him like this. This has got to be at least a bit of improvisation by our guy Kechi here. So we got to give him a little bit of credit here. Satoko may have come up with the plan, but there's a lot of improv here. Needed to pull it off. So applause for that, I guess.
スカートが短いこびた近代メイドじゃないぞ。
Not those flirty maids with short skirts we have now.
正統派の清掃の本格派。
An orthodox, fully dressed, authentic maid.
いちごしかありません。こんなものしかご用意できませんが、どうかご賞味くださいませ。そういうつつましやかさがいいよな。
It's just strawberries, but please, master, I cannot prepare any more than this, so please give them a taste. That kind of honesty is unbelievably great.
ご賞味くださいませ。燃える。
This is just weird. Please give them a taste. It's such a turn on.
萌え
Turn on?
いちごしかないからこそ柔らかく主張したクリームのデコレーションはさしずめ、フリルやレース、刺繍飾りのようなものだよな。
Because there are only strawberries, the soft, accented cream decoration ends up looking like frills, laces, and embroidery.
それを上品な貴族のご主人様のようにフォークで切り分け、いやいや、それを下劣に油汗を浮かせた悪のご主人様のようにしゃぶりつくところがワイルドなのか。
And she takes it and splits it with her fork for her master, an elegant aristocrat. No, it'd be wilder if she took it and sucked on it vulgarly. Jesus. Like her bad master in his greasy sweat.
いや、それより
No, more than that. Go.
イチゴを取った後のくぼみの方がいけてるよな。
The dent in the strawberry after plucking it. Isn't that even better?
そこに舌を這わせたら。
And you let your tongue crawl over it? Ah!
それってどんな味なんだよ。
What kind of taste must that be? Not making that noise.
いちごを取った後の
The dent after you picked the strawberry.
俺もう辛抱できないや。
I can't hold it in anymore. I was gonna make a joke. If only you could see my face there as I was like, my mind was processing if I had like an actual joke like fully formed, and it wasn't. So I was like, I'm not gonna even try to force it. Catchy. So I feel the need to explain my silence there for like 5 seconds. I was trying to complete the joke in my head. All right. Catchy says, I can't hold it in anymore.
帰りはエンジェルモートでショートケーキを開けるまで見つめて。
That sounded like a monkey. I'll go to Angel Mort on the way home and just gaze at that shortcake until I'm sated. I can't even replicate it. So wasn't picking the strawberry. Sounds vaguely correct. I know there's actually quite a bit of how to put it, like lewd fruit analogies when it comes to stuff of that nature, I think.
俺のためだけに美しく着飾った少女たちを。
I wonder why that is. Is that just because fruit is naturally like sweet? It's like nature's sweet candy, and so it's just easy to kind of like draw some like weird parallel to like naughty behavior, or I don't know. Or is it that is fruit, when you just look at like, if you were to just look at some kind of piece of fruit, you'd be like, oh, that's very non-assuming. It's just there. But then when you start thinking about it and then start weirdly talking about like strawberries here, I don't know what point I'm trying to make. There's got to be just something weird. There's got to be something natural to like just the idea of fruit, where it's so then easy to be weird about it. Where did I leave off? I'll go to Angel Mort on the way home and just gaze at the shortcake until I'm sated. And then it says, the girl's dressed up beautifully just for me.
身を寄せ合って震える少女たちを一人ずつ順番に。
I draw ever closer to the trembling maidens, and then one by one I show them.
一つ食べるごとに次はどの子にしようかと顎をこうふいと持って品定めをして。
Is the idea here, I think I might be seeing the plan. Is the plan to just get him horned up and then like to forfeit the baseball game in favor of like just heading straight to Angel Mort? That might be what might be happening here. For everyone I eat, I hold my jaw tight, just like this, and appraise the goods, wondering who to go for next. Please translate girls as cake, alright? You got it. Ketchikan seems to be talking about cake combination platters. Emphasis mine. Thanks, editor. As if cheers, or author's note. As if cherishing each one. I hold my jaw tight like this and gulp. Has there ever been a man such as this who could speak so passionately about a single piece of strawberry shortcake? No, there is not. There has never been, I say. Such passionate feelings are trying to melt away the stubbornness in Kamida's mind. Kamida.
もう一度だけ言う。
I'll say it one more time.
俺たちを勝たせろ。
Let us win.
それは
But that would...
ならもういい。
Then fine.
お前には頼まん。
I won't rely on you. I rejected Kamida outright and turned on my heel.
もういいや。この試合は負けだ負け。
Enough. We lost this game. It's over.
もうこんな試合どうでもいいや。
Now I don't care about it anymore.
そんなことより試合が終わったらエンジェルモートに行って
Instead, once this game is over,
フリルとリボンで西洋人形のように飾られた美少女たち振り放題で行こうかな
why don't I head down to Angel Mort and get all you can eat of those lovely young ladies, decorated like Western dolls in frills and ribbons? Jesus.
今夜は豪華に徹底的に食い散らかしじゃい
Tonight will be the greatest feast I have ever known.
食い放題
All you can eat? Thud. Despite this being the bathroom, Kamita-kun put both his hands on the floor. Ew, I would not touch. I'm not a germaphobe. I don't consider myself a germaphobe, but I would just... I think I've talked about this before, but if not, little known fact about me. In almost every instance, I will resist with my whole being to not use public bathrooms if I can help it. And if you would not catch me even going down to like my hands and knees on a public bathroom floor. Disgusting. Disgusting! Ugh. I was wrong. Oh, I cut him off. I was wrong! Everyone's not playing with the voices. They're truly missing out. I agree. I like the voice acting work. I mean, this is a weird section. This is a weird stretch. I don't know if I would use this as me saying my favorite voice acted bit, but I agree. Generally, I like it.
どうした亀田君
What's wrong, Kamita-kun?
言いたいことがあるならはっきりと言え
If you have something to say, then say it.
こんなあなたみたいな人に出会ったのは初めてです
This is the first time I've met someone like you.
俺は今まで自分はどこか変じゃないかとずっと思って隠れて楽しんできたのに
Until now, I've always thought something was wrong with me, and I have to have fun secretly.
何を躊躇するか歪償が
What are you waiting for, you tiny man?
さっき言ったはずだ
I
認めるか否かが男の分岐路なのだ貴様は胸を張れるべき男さあ手を差し出せ自らの偉大さを示してみろ
I already said, admitting your perversion is what separates the boys from the men. You are a man entitled to pride. Now, reach out your hand and show me how great you really are.
俺と一緒に俺たちの世界を認めるんだ
Come with me and accept that is our world. That it is our world. Tried. I'm also losing my voice, so. Great. Clap. Kamita-kun was crying tears of gratitude, unable to speak. That was the moment we exchanged the most zealous handshake the world has ever known. A handshake of the bond of our souls. Ardent and intense. Tight and steadfast. For a long time, we remained that way. It was an enthusiastic handshake, as though we were two brothers separated at birth, embracing each other tightly as though it would give us back the time we had spent apart. That was the moment the man who would pass into legend for eating so much during Angel Mort's all-you-can-eat dessert day, he was banned from the restaurant forevermore, was born. Damn. He would eventually write in his autobiography that our meeting this day was fate, but none of that had anything to do with this. Great. So weird. Then, until later.
とりあえず試合は今話した通りの手はずで頼むぜ
For now, just play the game the way I described it. With just that, I turned on my heel and made to leave the bathroom. But then Kamita-kun stopped me.
待ってくれ
Wait.
せめてあんたの名前を聞かせてくれ
At least tell me your name.
俺か
Who? Me?
俺の名は前原圭一
My name is Kechi Maibara.
いや
No. I kind of didn't feel like using my real name. Anyway, maybe I should lie to him and use a code name.
俺のことは
Just call me
ケイと呼べ
K.
K
That's a terrible chosen name. K. K. Oh wait, was that actually an embarrassing name? I left the bathroom behind me at a quick pace, hiding my embarrassment. Also, just slight thing. Yeah, although it's definitely not the most major spoilers. Try not to like type that in chat before it actually presents itself in the reading it, even if you're trying to time it perfectly with the display when I caught it. Please, thanks. All right, I left the bathroom behind me at a quick pace, hiding my embarrassment. But from what I heard later, I apparently looked quite gallant coming out like that. Satoko to Kechi-san. How did things go? So that's weird. Okay, so for a while I was thinking, okay, he's trying to get him to, he was like, I thought he was trying, towards the end, I thought he was trying to get him to just go to Angel Mort, forget the baseball game. But no, I guess the plan was to just have this bond, this moment with him, so much so that he feels like he would do Kechi a solid and just not try to give up at the baseball game, which is very weird. Like, just bond, not even like, not do anything dirty necessarily. Don't even try to send him somewhere. Just, hey, you know, me and you, we're not that much different than each other. Let's have a moment. Let's have a moment in the bathroom where we're yelling at each other. I'm slapping you a couple times, apparently. I'm hitting you. You're falling to the bathroom floor. We're talking about desserts in a weird way. Now, hey, how about you doing me that solid? Satoko, Kechi-san, how did things go? Kechi to Satoko. Negotiation successful. We settled on he and I getting all you can eat dessert at Angel Mort. Mion, no problem, right?
エンジェルモートにデザート食べ放題で2席ね。
2 guests for Angel Mort's all you can eat dessert.
了解。
Roger that.
手配しとくよ。
I'll set it up.
どういう風に交渉したのか、実に気がかりなのです。
I'm actually quite interested in how you negotiate with him. No, Rika. I think it's best you don't. This remains a mystery.
デザートの美味しい話で盛り上がったに違いないかな
They had a really fun talk about a delicious dessert is probably how. Yep, we just talked about dessert. Like normal people. Just normal dessert things. After that, the game started again. I entered the batter's box as a pinch hitter in place of Mion. But all the pieces were already in place. Vroom. The straight pitch whipped by me like a bullet, true to its name. The camera people raised their voices in wonder and clicked their shutters. A sharp pitch as always. He's really going places this summer, isn't he? That golf club pinch hitter standing straight up too. Hee hee. But doesn't Kamita-kun look a little strange? It's like he's got a cold sweat. I patted my shoulders with my bat, then sneered at him in a relaxed voice. Did I read that right? Yeah, voice. Okay. What's wrong, Kamita-kun? Not feeling well today? Yo, we finally get a sprite for him too? Holy shit. Oh, he's got a long head. I mean, I'm not one to be, I should not be criticizing head shapes or anything, but look at our little baseball stud right here. Gah. I couldn't swing at the ball because I was too busy laughing at it. Was that all you got? You little... Vroom! The next pitch, with the same incredible speed as before, curved sharply and should have thrown off the batter's skill. But Kechi didn't move at all. He just watched coolly. You don't need any little tricks on straight pitch, Kamita-kun. Do people fall for those curves a lot? batters around here, that is. Question mark. Both the reporters and all the people watching noticed something was strange here. Was Oishima's Kamida, the pitcher who conquered Koshien, losing the mental battle? The next straight pitch had incredible speed again, but it went a little wild. It was a ball. I snorted, not even bothering to get ready for it.
どうした亀田君
What, Kamida-kun?
そんなにど真ん中が怖いのかい
Scared of going right down the middle?
まさか天下の亀田君がフォアボールなんてことはないだろうな
Everyone calls you the best. Never walked the batter.
くそー
Shit. Murmur, murmur, murmur. The abnormal, unexpected situation spread confusion throughout the reporters.
何者だよ、あの前原圭一って男は。
What? What is he? Who is this Kechi Maibara?
あの剛速球を前にしてここまでの余裕とは。
How can he be so relaxed when faced with that supreme fastball?
叶わないと見て空威張りをしてるだけさ。
He's just bluffing. He knows he can't win.
あんな不真面目そうな男にあの亀田が打たれるはずはない。
Kamita would never throw a ball that an insincere guy like that could hit.
いや、私ははったりとは思えないな。
No, I don't think it's a bluff.
超一流は同じく超一流を見抜くという。
They say that at a high level you can see right through others.
あの亀田は紛れもなく超一流。
Kamita is, without a doubt, one of the best.
ならばこそ、あの謎の男の進化を見抜ける。
Which must mean he can see through to that mysterious man's true value. A really business person looking guy took off his sunglasses and gazed upon Kechi.
まさか本当に？
Huh? Is this... Could it be? The idiot pinch hitter who came in cheering them on with a golf club was actually a genius?
きっと本人はもう野球に魅力を失い、ゴルフへの転向を希望しているのだろう。
I'm sure baseball has long since lost its charm for him. And now he's trying to switch over to golf.
天才スラッガー、ゴルフ界へ移籍か。
A genius slugger making a transfer into the golf world. What a tremendous loss for baseball. Stop the presses. We're changing up our sports columns. Silly. Vroom.
ボール
Ball.
これでフルカウントだぞ。
Now it's a full count. Murmur, murmur, murmur. Although it sounded like he was just breathing. This excessive production was, of course, all being dramatized by Satoko. Big shots constantly had their eyes on Kamita-kun. If he were to lose easily, they knew the match would have to have been fixed. Perhaps she wanted this little play of ours to create a mood where it wouldn't be strange for Kamita-kun to lose, but...
さとこ
Satoko,
これどう見てもやりすぎだぞ
isn't this going too far? Oh, ho, 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 ho.
頑張れでございましてよ、ケイチさん。
Do your best now, Kechi-san.
明日の休会はいただきですわ。
Today, this game, sorry, I read that weird. Today, this game. Tomorrow, all of baseball. I don't want any scouts actually coming after me. I'm terrified of what would happen when the jig is up. Wait, can't be making nervous faces right now.
ボール
Ball!
フォアボール
Base on balls!
臆したか亀田君
Have you gotten scared, Kamita-kun?
見損なったぞ
I thought you were better than this. Kamita-kun hung his head in feigned dejection.
ケイさん、これでバッチリ筋書き通りですよね。
Kei-san, I did all this according to plan, right?
ああでかしたぞ亀田君この調子で次のバッターも頼むぞこんな試合とっとと終わらせて
Yeah, well done, Kamita-kun. Keep going like this for the next battle, or batter. Let's wrap this thing up, and then...
早く食べ放題に行きましょうよ。
We'll go get all we can eat. Grin. Kamita-kun and I exchanged evil smiles. For some reason, there were a lot of camera flashes right then. It seemed like our dear journalist friends took it as two worthy rivals smiling to acknowledge each other's strength. As I trotted over to first base, the camera flashes continued almost to the point where they were annoying. When I got to first base, one of the reporters came over for an interview.
前原君
Maibara-kun,
この亀田君との決着は甲子園でつけるつもりですか
do you plan on settling the score with Kamita-kun and Koshien? Ugh. Things seem like they were about to get too big for me. Maybe I should just be honest and confess that I'm not really into baseball.
甲子園
Koshien?
俺は日本球界なんて初めから興味ないんだ
I've never been interested in Japanese baseball.
悪いな
Sorry. I want to go to the Major League Baseball in America. What? I thought that's what he was going to say. Whoa. This man, right from the start, he was always aiming for the world. He might become Japan's first ever big leaguer. What? The conversation was getting fantastically out of hand. Oh, I don't care anymore. I'll strike a guts pose to the cameras in desperation.
よっしゃ
Yes!
作戦通りケイちゃんが出塁したね
Kei-chan got on base, just as planned.
次はさとこちゃんの打順だね。
Next, Satoko-chan is at bat.
どうするんだろう。
What will she do?
どうするんだろう。
What will she do?
さあ、
Alright then.
でっかいホームランでサヨナラ勝ちですわよ。
Time to get that walk-off home run and win it all. Satoko stepped up to the plate, waving the bat around. She's got to be tiny. The bat's got to be... Does she have a miniature bat for her? Does she have a... Is the bat as big as her? The reporters couldn't hold back their laughter. Maybe because they had just seen his battle with me. Maibara-kun finally got on base, but now it's all over. I see. So this is why Kamiya-kun intentionally walked him. He didn't even fight it. He waited for an easier opponent for the final out. But to avoid a direct confrontation like that, cannot make light of him. That Kichi Maibara.
さあ、
Alright.
亀田さん、いらっしゃいませ。
Come on now, Kamita-san. Ha.
バカにするな
Making fun of me?
俺を誰だと思っているんだ
Who do you think I am anyway? Who do you think you are I am?
ケイサいや
Keisa! No.
前原さんならともかくお前ごときに遅れなど取るものか
Maibara-san was one thing, but you think I'll lose to the likes of you? Whenever this girl stepped up to bat, she had swung wildly and missed, striking out every time. This might sound rude, but however much Kamita-kun holds back, I don't think she'll be able to hit a home run. I could hear the reporters declaring that there was no way a comeback would happen. Wait, what? Satoko. She swung wildly and missed every single time she stepped up to the bat? Vroom! Again, she swung after the sound had ended, completely mistiming it. I could hear disappointed voices coming from those rooting for Hinamizawa. It's only natural. Every single battle... I almost said battler again. Every single battle has struck out. Even if worse came to worse, no one would get a hit. And that's why it didn't sound strange when Kamita-kun said this.
お前ごときに本気で投げても仕方がないな
I can't take it seriously with someone like you.
チャンスだ
I'll give you a chance.
次の一球は下投げでのんびり投げてやる
I'll throw the next one, slow and underhanded.
一発くらいヒットを打ってお母ちゃんに自慢できる種にさせてやる
I'll let you get a hit or two so you can go home and brag to mommy. Of course, these lines were all part of the plot too. From out of the corner of his eye, Kamita-kun gives me a look. Is that alright?
ああ
Yeah.
いい感じだぞ実にさりげない
You did great.
お主も演技派よの
You did great. You looked very natural. Kamita, you're a splendid actor.
いえいえ計算ほどではとてもで
No, no. Compared to Kei-san, I'm nothing. Even that exchange was seen as heated and enthusiastic by the reporters.
でも K さん、いくら手を抜いて投げてもこの子本当に打てるんですかね？
But Kei-san, however slowly I pitch, can this girl really hit it?
いいからお前は決められた通りに投げろ。俺にはなんとなく分かってる。
Don't worry, and throw the ball like we planned. I think I've got a good idea of how this will turn out. Our exchange over, Kamiyako moved from set position to a pitching stance. Oh shit! Action pose. Come then.
手加減の球を投げなさいな。
Throw your merciful pitch.
大ホームランにして差し上げますわ。
I'll hit a huge home run off of it. She had struck out every time she was at bat. When I heard that, my vague ideas became firm beliefs. And out of Kamita-kun's hand comes a slow, lazy pitch, as though they were playing catch. Normal people would probably be able to hit it, but for Satoko, who had been striking out the whole time, just when people started to think that way, the members of our club had already realized that Satoko's trap had begun. It was true. Striking out constantly today had all been laying the groundwork for this moment. An act. All to make it feel like Kamita-kun letting off the gas wasn't strange at all. Which meant, in other words, that Satoko... Crack! Oh, look at... He's like, what? Whoa! She got it! Look at it go!
走る必要もありませんわね。
I don't even need to run, do I? Oh, ho, 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 ho. She was sandbagging. She was sandbagging earlier, wasn't she? The super huge home run Satoko hit disappeared over the roof of the school. The reporters lost their words at the sight. And then, roars of applause. Despite this being what we'd anticipated, I can't help but stare in mute amazement at the gorgeous home run. Satoko strutted over to first base.
ほらほら、何をしてますの、ケイチさん。
Come on, what are you doing, Kechi-san?
二塁は向こうでございますのよ。
Second base is that way.
サトコお前野球得意なんだろ。
Satoko, you're really good at baseball. Satoko grinned, showing her fang-like canines in reply. Come to think of it, she played baseball a lot with Tomita-kun and the others during lunch, didn't she? The fact that they were always invited her to play meant she was by no means bad at it.
それを全て大振りの凡退だ。
And you purposely struck out all those times?
しかも亀田くんが登場する前からだろ。
Since before Kamita-kun even got here?
たくつくづく最後の最後に何か仕掛けるやつだな。
Jeez, you've really got something for every occasion.
いつも言ってましたよ。
I say this all the time, do I not?
罠は一つ。
I only have one trap.
それも最後の最後で本当にさりげないくらいで十分なんでしたよ。
And when everything is about to come to a conclusion, it's enough that I don't even have to worry. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Damn it, that sounded kind of cool. Basically, she was just bragging about hitting the ball. But when Satoko did it, it looked so cool. We crossed home plate in order, me, then Satoko, and completed our walk-off home run. Our teammates welcomed us back with their blessings. Maiburo-san, that was amazing, totally cool. I never thought it would happen. Tomita-kun and Nakamura-kun praised me.
どうだ見たかよ富田くん岡村くん。
How about that, Tomita-kun, Nakamura-kun?
見事ひっくり返してやったぜ。
I turned things around just fine.
レナもかっこよかったと思うよ。お疲れ様。
Rena thinks you were cool too. Good work.
なんのこんなの軽い仕事だぜ。
Ha, it was nothing. I briskly clapped my hand against Rena's outstretched palm.
サトコもあっぱれ。
Satoko did brilliantly too.
最後は豪快に決めてくれたね。
She gave us a spectacular ending.
私を誰だとお思いですの？
Who do you think I am? Ah, ho, 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 ho. Man, can't underestimate her. Satoko Hojo.
ケイちゃんも見事だったよ。
Ki-chan was great too.
よくあの亀田を口説き落とせたね。
Winning Kamita over like that?
口先の魔術師なのです。
He is a magician of words.
リカちゃんそれ褒め言葉じゃないと思うな。
Rika-chan, I don't think that's a compliment.
しかし本当に
But really,
圭一さんでなくてはできない荒技ですわね。
only Kechi-san could have pulled off such a drastic move.
私にはとても真似できませんわ。
I wouldn't have been able to do it myself.
ぜひ今度私にもご教授いただきたいですわね。
I'd very much like you to teach me sometime.
あんな荒技をサトコがこなしたら想像するのも恐ろしい。
If Satoko learned such displays of power, that's terrifying to even imagine.
くれぐれも真似はしないでくれよな。
I'd prefer it if you didn't mimic me. After declaring the match over, the umpire came to us.
いや、まさか本当に勝てるとは。
Well, I never. You actually won.
驚きましたよ。
I'm shocked.
サトコなら打てるって言ったでしょ。
We said Satoko could hit it, didn't we?
全然信じてくれないんだからな。
You didn't believe us at all. The umpire scratched his head apologetically and apologized to Satoko, smiling dryly.
それに圭一くんだってすごかったでしょ。
And Ketchikun was amazing too, wasn't he?
圭一くんってここ一番で本当に頼りになる人なんですよ。
Ketchikun is actually the most reliable person here.
いやー、ゴルフクラブで乱入してきた時は本当に大丈夫かと思いましたけど。
Well, when I saw him come in with that golf club, I certainly had my doubts, but
あの亀田君との行き詰まる攻防は手に汗を握りましたよ。
that breathtaking battle against Kamita-kun had me on the edge of my seat. Right, that breathtaking farce. I quirked a wry smile. Not even the Buddha would have realized that while everyone thought this was a fair match, Kamita-kun and I were thinking about our evil desert-violating ways.
さて監督、
Excuse me, coach?
約束ちゃんと覚えてるよね。
You remember your promise, do you not?
これは仕方がありませんね。
Yeah, this is... Guess I have no choice. あはは。
やったねやったね。
We did it, we did it!
圭一くん、これで明日はバーベキュー大会だよ。
Ketchikun, this means we're having a barbecue meetup tomorrow. Rina clapped her hands, and we all began to dance with joy. Tamita-kun and the other teammates were jumping up and down too.
なんだなんだ
What's that about?
バーベキュー大会
A barbecue meetup?
おいおい、一体どういう話になってるんだ
Hey, wait, what on earth are you talking about?
今日の試合に勝てたら高級お肉いっぱいのバーベキュー大会を振る舞ってくださるって約束になってましたの。
We made a promise that if we won today's game, he'd treat us to a barbecue party with all kinds of high-class meats.
亀田さんの登場で一時は危うかったですが、圭一さんの活躍で見事獲得できましたのよ。
It wasn't looking good for a while when Kamita-kun appeared, but thanks to Kechi-san, we've made that won that privilege. I see. So that's what this was about. It was certainly not a game we could have lost.
入江は大散財でかわいそなのです。
Erie's big wallet will be so sad, so sad.
参ったな。でも約束ですからね。
You're right about that, but I did make a promise.
私たちは食うときは情け容赦なく食うからね。
When we eat, we do it without any mercy.
何しろ育ち盛りだし。
We need to feed our growing bodies after all. Ah ha 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 ha.
いいかいみんな。
Alright, everyone.
明日は徹底的に食いまくるよ。
Tomorrow, we dine like kings. Yeah, meat, baseball, yeah. All the members of the Hinamazawa fighters raised their fists high in the air and cheered. Rika-chan was petting the head of the umpire, who was smiling painfully at the off-kilter remarks. He gave her his head, and looked like he was about to cry. It looked like the price of victory would be pretty big.
参ったな。
You beat me.
でも仕方ないね。約束ですから。
But I have no choice since I promised.
お肉とかを買いにお買い物に行かないとな。
Guess I should go shopping for some meat.
監督、約束通り 牛肉は高級なのお願いね。
Coach, get some grade A beef like you promised.
野菜ばっかり買って安上がりにしたら許さないからね。
We won't forgive you if you buy nothing but vegetables to keep it cheap. Boho! The umpire, whom they were calling Coach, grinned dryly, crestfallen. Umpire? Coach? The uniform he was wearing had Hinamizawa Fighters written on it. Oh, so he's not just the umpire, he was actually our team's coach?
前原くんでよかったですか？
Maibara-kun, is that alright?
お名前。
Can I call you that?
あ、はい。
Huh? Yeah.
前原くんの出塁がなければありえない逆転でした。
This comeback wouldn't have happened were it not for you getting on base. I know I probably should have said this earlier, but like I feel like the introduction of this guy, why like he just, you know, appears here in chapter 3. Why does it seem like he's automatically a mark for something bad happening to him? It just screams like something bad's gonna happen to Coach here at some point. I am the character that just showed up here in chapter 3. Hope nothing bad happens to me. I don't know. I just get an uneasy feeling here.
ぜひ明日のバーベキューにはいらしてください。
Please come to tomorrow's barbecue.
いやいや、それよりも。
No, besides that.
ぜひうちのチームに入りませんか？
Would you please consider joining the team?
あなたとなら喧嘩を制覇できるかも。
If you were with us, we could dominate the whole prefecture.
監督監督、まあその話は置いといて。
Coach, let's leave that aside for now.
今はお財布の心配だけをなさいませ。
You should be more worried about your wallet. Despite the coach being an adult, everyone seemed to get along very well with him. Coach, huh?
よろしくお願いしますね。
Like, the thing is, we have not been yet... I mean, it might happen a little later, but we haven't been introduced to, like, a Tomatake. So if he's just, like, the Tomatake of this chapter... I mean, it seems like he's filling that role. Whatever. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
ひなみざわファイターズ監督の入江ですよ。
I'm Irie. Coach of the Hinamizawa Fighters. He extended his hand to me. I firmly grasped it with my own in reply.
前原です。
I'm Maibara.
よろしく。
Nice to meet you. Then, Coach took his other hand and began to stroke mine softly. What the hell?
すべすべなお手手ですね。
Stop. What smooth hand you have.
きめも細かいし、お手入れも実にいい感じです。
Such a narrow grain, and you truly take good care of them.
はあ、さわさわ。
Ah, silky smooth.
は
Huh?
ちょっと
Hey, wait.
当家のメイドたちにもこれくらいの肌のお手入れはするよう厳命しなくてはいけないですね。
I must strictly instruct our maids to take this good care of their skin as well.
お手入れの悪いメイドたちにはお仕置き。
And punish the bad ones who don't.
メイド？
Maids?
何の話をしているんですか？
What are you talking about?
はあ、こんなすべすべな手でご奉仕。はあ。
Such velvety hands. I just want to put them to work. The coach's eyes were spellbound, and as his delusions floated through his very own original magical universe, he made a supremely satisfied smile. How do I put this? Who the hell is this guy? Same.
面食らってる。
You look so flustered.
監督はちょっと変わってる人なの。
Our coach is a little strange.
でもとっても面白い人なんだよ。
But he's really funny, you know? I felt like you couldn't measure him by saying strange or funny. I really didn't think we'd get along. Snap. The other self in my mind made a witty retort for some reason.
ほら、
Come on,
いい加減になさいませ。
settle down already.
ケイジさんも嫌がっておりましたよ。
You're making Kechi-san uncomfortable.
はあ
Not making that noise either.
すべすべ
Silky smooth. The coach didn't try to take his hands off mine until Satoko hit him with a threefold wash bucket attack, causing him to faint. What the hell was this chapter? What the fuck is this chapter? What am I reading? Ah, the advanced trap course. Of course, of course, of course. Alright, well, great. Alright, let's read this then. Oh, great. He's back. He's already back. It was a peaceful lunch break. Thud, clatter, splash.
なんだ
What was that?
今廊下からすごいのが聞こえた。なんだろう、なんだろう。
I just heard something really loud from the hallway. What was it? What was it? We rushed into the hallway, and to our surprise, Coach was there with a water bucket overturned on his head. Excuse me.
監督、大丈夫？
Coach, are you okay?
いやー、やられましたね。
Man, you sure got me.
皆さん、こんにちは。
Hello, everyone. Coach greets us, cool and calm.
どうしたんですか監督。学校に来るなんて珍しい。
What's going on, Coach? You don't come to school very much.
いやー、お仕事の絡みでして。私、毎週学校には来てるんですよ。ここしばらくは何事もなかったので、すっかり油断してました。
Well, I do come here once a week as part of my job. It had been quiet here for a while, but I totally let my guard down.
さとこちゃんの罠は忘れた頃に来ますからね。
Satoko-chan's little tricks always come when you least expect them.
大丈夫ですか、服？
Will you be okay in those clothes?
いえいえ、ちょうど行水がしたいと思ってたところですからね。実に涼しくていいですよ。
Oh, I'm fine. I was just thinking of taking a nice bath, so this is actually cooling me off.
さすが監督。ちょっとやそっとのことでは怒らない。
Sure, calm, Coach. In fact, you never get mad.
その辺が大人って感じだよね。
It really makes you come off as an adult. She was right. If I were Coach, I would have started running around with the bucket still on my head looking for her. His adult way of not getting mad at every little child's prank was admirable.
いいですか、前原さん。こういうのは考え方一つで腹立たしくも愉快にもなるんです。
Listen, Mibra-san. With things like this, changing your perspective just a little can make it either irritating or pleasant.
要は受け止め方一つなんですよ。
It's all about how you react to it.
水バケツを丸ごと食らってそれだけクールにいられる秘訣があるならぜひご教授を願いたいです。
If there's some secret trick to staying so calm after getting hit in the head with a bucket filled with water, then I'm begging you, tell me.
例えば、明治から続く古式ゆかしい旧家があるとします。
For example, let's say there was this old and traditional family dating back to the Meiji era. Okay.
そこには大勢の使用人としてメイドさんが雇われているとします。
And let's say they had many maids under their employ.
もちろん大きな家ですから、ベテランのおつぼね様と化したメイド長から新米のピチピチしたメイドさんまでがたくさんいるのです。ほら、想像できますか？ほら。
Being a large house, of course, they have all kinds of maids, from the veteran ones who turn mean and don't want to give up their jobs, to the young ones full of energy. See? Can you imagine that? Yes.
ほら。
What is he doing? Yes. A space filled with dreamy maids in pink and peach adorned with frills and headbands, with Coach at their center, began to spread out before me.
新米メイドたちはそのピチピチさと初々しさでご主人様の寵愛を一身に。でもそれが先輩メイドたちには許せないのです。
The newer maids, with all their youthful vitality, giving everything they have to please their master. But the older maids won't allow that to happen. This guy quickly making his pitch to, even though he's just now appeared, trying to hit towards the bottom of the character tier list there with a blonde-haired lady. So, good for him, I guess?
断るごとに難癖をつけ、いじめていじめていじめ抜いて。
They find fault with everything they do, bullying them and tormenting them all day long.
ほら、まだこんなに埃が残っていますよ。ああ、すみません。
Look, there's still so much dust here. Oh, I'm so sorry.
もう一度やり直し。
Do it over.
バシャ
ー Splash!
バケツを逆さにぶっかけられるメイドさん。びしょ濡れのメイドさんが泣きそうになりながらそれでもけなげに。はあ、はあ。
A bucket falls upside down on the maid. She's soaking wet, and she wants to cry, but still puts on a brave face. This guy should not be a coach of children for baseball. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't think he's fit. Oh!
なんだか知んないけど楽しそう。
How? I don't get it, but it sounds fun.
レナもメイドさんいいな。
Maybe Rena should be a maid too. Don't, Rena. Don't do it.
ああ、もうレナまで感化
Not
さ
with
れて
this
き
guy,
た。
It's making me cough. Alright, Mion, I gotta hold it together. Mion says, geez, stop. You've even infected Rena.
ほら、ケイちゃんも。
And you, Ki-chan.
いつまでも監督の世界に浸っていない。
Don't go getting lost forever in Coach's world.
これさえなければ監督も決して悪い人じゃありませんのに。
If not for this character trait, Coach would be a good person too.
北条聡子さん発見。
When Satoko Hojo-san sighted?
聡子さん、これは何ざます？
I say, Satoko-san, what is this?
まだ埃が残ってるざますよ。
I say, look at all this dust.
お仕置き。
I say,
お仕置きざます。
it's time for you to be punished. What? Nya, nya. Nya. Coach plucked Satoko up and started giving her a spanking. Ah ha 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 ha. Satoko-chan, you're so cute. Ah ha 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 ha. This guy should not be giving corporal punishment in any shape or form. For many reasons.
天才的な読みでトラップを操る聡子がどうしてこの顛末までは読めないのか実に不思議だぞ。
Satoko can put traps together with such brilliant predictions. So strange how she can't predict the very end, though.
そうかな。これはさとこちゃんの望んだ結末だと思うな。
Is it? I think Satoko-chan wanted this to happen. She wanted it.
この結末を聡子が望んだ？それはどういう意味だよ。
Satoko wanted this outcome? What do you mean by that?
人にこういういたずらをしたら絶対に相手は怒って追いかけてくるよね。そういうのもコミュニケーションだと思わない？
When she plays pranks on people like this, they always get mad and chase her around. Don't you think it's like a form of communication?
そんなコミュニケーションすごく嫌だぞ。普通に挨拶から入ってこんにちはってことにはならんのか？
Sounds like a terrible way to communicate. Don't people normally say hello to each other?
あれ？ケイチくん聞いたことない？いたずらばかりしてる人ってね、人に構ってもらいたくて仕方がない寂しがり屋さんなんだって。
Oh, Ketchikun, haven't you heard of it before? People who play lots of pranks are actually lonely and want people to pay attention to them. Rina gave a cool smile and, laughing abruptly, explained.
だからさとこちゃんの罠にかかったらちゃんと怒ったり笑ったりしてさとこちゃんを追いかけてほしいの。
That's what I mean. If Satoko-chan plays a trick on someone, she wants them to get mad or laugh and chase her.
そういう猫の甘え髪みたいなの可愛いと思わないかな。
It's kind of like a kitty biting you softly. Don't you think it's cute? Meh.
きっとここで驚いて飛びのきますわ。だからここに仕掛ければ絶対にかかりますの。
They'll definitely be surprised right here and jump backwards. So, if I put it in this spot, it'll work for certain. Satoko, regaling us with her trap philosophy, was improving the already brutal trap hell on the mountain. If Rina was right, and her traps are to get people to pay attention to her, then all these traps on the mountain were basically a crystallized form of those feelings. Alone with Rika-chan, setting up trap after trap after trap in the mountains, always waiting for someone to fall into them. But nobody needed to come to this mountain in the first place. Without a doubt, she and Rika-chan had spent a lot of time imagining how victims caught in their traps would react. Satoko separated for so long from her beloved Nini, Satoshi. With her stubbornness, she never once said that she wanted him to come home. But all the traps sleeping on the mountain told me how Satoko really felt.
聞いてますのケイチさん。
Kichi-san, are you listening?
あ、ごめん。なんだって？
Oh, sorry about that. What did you say?
このように木の幹に釘を一本打ちつけただけでも立派なトラップになるんですのよ。ちょうどあそこで転げてここに額を打ちつければ痛いですわよ。
All you have to do is pound one nail into the tree trunk like this, and it's already a great trap. If you trip up right there and smack your forehead into it, it would really hurt.
釘の頭に人間トンカチってわけか。それは痛そうだな。
A human hammer pushing a nail into your forehead? Yeah, that sounds painful.
このトラップはきっと悪い悪人を懲らしめる強力なトラップになりますわよ。どんな悪党がかかるか楽しみでございますわね。
If it was someone really, really evil, this trap could put them to death. I do so look forward to seeing what sort of villain gets caught by it.
そこでなんで俺をチラチラ見るんだよ。俺にこれに引っかかってほしいと思ってんのか？
Why do you keep glancing at me like that? Are you saying you want me to fall for it?
さすがにこれは大怪我するぞ。
I could get really badly hurt, you know?
このトラップはちょっとやめとけ。
Maybe you shouldn't be using this trap.
そうですの？まあ確かに愛がないトラップはダメでございますからね。
Is that so? Well, it is true that I can't use traps without love behind them.
ではその悪党もちゃんと改心したらかからないように少し釘の位置を。
Then I'll just move the nail here so that the villain really reforms their behavior. They won't get caught by it. Satoko immersed herself in adjusting the nail's position. Traps of love, huh? Maybe Coach was right. Just by reacting a little differently, everything changes. Come to think of it, maybe you can feel humor and warmth even when Satoko's traps get you.
できましたよ。この絶妙な位置でしたら完璧ですわ。
All finished. Now it's absolutely perfect where it is.
いかがです、ケイチさん。
What do you think, Kechi-san?
完璧だな。
Yeah, it's perfect.
このトラップに引っかかる悪党が現れるといいな。
Hope a villain comes along and gets caught by this trap.
現れない方がいいに決まってますわ。
Oh, no, of course it'd be better if that didn't happen. It looked a little painful, but I considered coming here sometime and getting caught in it. Okay. Oh, Kechi. Oh, goodness. Alright. What a weird fucking chapter that was. I know I keep saying it, but that one was a weird one. Bizarre. Weird tone. All over, not all over the place necessarily, but it started high and then just got weirder and weirder. Weirder and weirder. We are gonna call it a night. We'll call it it's a normal length Tuesday stream, basically. A normal length, actually, a weeknight stream. I should be back on stream for something. I don't know exactly what though. Tomorrow. But I think what I said was no streams Thursday, no stream Friday either. I've got plans going on Friday, so nothing on Friday. But then back to Higurashi Saturday night. We'll plug away some more for our normal Higurashi Saturday. So thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay well. Have a nice rest of your night. Have a great rest of your week. And until another stream.